Fuck it.
All right.
And we're live. Welcome to BeeEers with Bad Company. I'm your host, the beer man himself. Yeah. If you're a minor, don't drink on YouTube because I'm pretty sure that's against the law. Everybody else, though, bottoms up. Roy, what's up, fucker?
Not a lot. Just sore, stiff, pain. You know.
Why is that?
I don't know. I just yoga. I just did yoga and I'm just like, like
Your butthole's just sore from that fucking massive pounding that Team USA took over at East versus West?
Team USA.
Wasn't it?
No, it was Team West versus Team East.
Right, but I mean, there's one Canadian and he was a fucking tall fucking string pole.
You know, I don't really, that doesn't, the whole concept, like all the nationalism, team sport, nation versus this or region versus, I don't give a shit about that. I don't root for people.
That's what the Olympics are for.
Yeah, I don't even give a shit. I don't even watch that, but I don't give a shit about like where you were born does not determine whether I root for you or like you or what. Like that's totally irrelevant to me. I don't even give a shit.
That
At
sounds
all.
like an awful liberal opinion from somebody from the South, Roy.
Liberal.
Where's your sense of patrioticity or something, fuckhead? Why aren't you cheering for your country?
Because it doesn't exist.
You don't have a country? Pretty sure you live in a country. Oh, you're from Georgia, so you were just cheering for all the Georgians.
I live in my body in this vessel.
Oh, are you a free people?
I'm definitely free.
Pretty sure you're not.
I am.
Oh, Be Strong Arm Wrestling. That's Umesh. He's been running some really good events here in Canada, getting some big names going. Umesh, who do you have coming up? Who does Umesh have coming up on his next big one? He's always got something fucking fancy coming on his cards.
Who was it? Somebody said they wanted to have a match with you on yesterday on
Everybody
Aussie.
wants to have a match with me. It's an easy win.
Who were they talking to that said they'd have a match with you? God, I can't. I remember thinking, haha.
So that they do or they want to?
That they wanted to have, yeah, that they wanted to have a match with you. I can't. Who said
Yesterday?
that? Or was it somebody that? Yeah, I think it was. Hell, I can't remember. And I was thinking, yeah, that'd be good.
Huh. They have to really fucking suck. Oh, that's right. Sandra Sedis versus Jordan Sonov. He's having that here in Canada.
Right-handed.
And Devin versus Jordan left.
Yeah. The guy.
I mean, nobody really gives a fuck about left-handed, but anyways, I care about left-handed.
Yeah,
Same thing as right-handed arm wrestling, just with smaller payouts. Uncle John wants a match with Beer Man. Ooh. Beer Man versus RVJ left arm rematch. I like Rob, but I don't want to be giving him too many more whoopings. But I have a perfect record against Rob.
Left-handed.
Yeah. Both hands.
You've arm wrestled him right-handed?
Yeah.
And you beat him?
Yeah.
Was he in a hospital or something?
No.
Oh. Was he 12 years old?
I've never had an actual match with Rob, so I've never actually lost to him, but I've practiced with him right-handed, so I can say that we pulled right-handed. But the only actual match we've ever had, like, in competition was the left-handed one. But I whooped his ass twice.
Yeah, I've seen that video. He doesn't really practice though left-handed, does he? I mean, not really.
He doesn't really practice either end. It was Brandon Allen who said it on his live last night that he wants a match with me.
Yeah, that's right. Yep.
I don't know. Now, Brandon, the longer he stays in the sport, the less fun that match is going to be for me, especially with him being a Kings mover. because that's just a terrible fucking stylistic matchup for me against the King's Mover. I love the King's Move. I think it's fantastic, beautiful technical arm wrestling. I love the move. I hate being against it because of the lack of tools I have to actually compete directly against it. Although I have been working on it, I'm getting a lot better. But I don't know if Brandon Allen really wants to pull me when he's down at fucking 220 pounds in his whole baby making time right now. Like, I think he wants to get back up to 280 before he starts chomping at this bit.
Yeah, I was gonna say now'd be the time to get him, right?
Yeah, like he's not even on TRT. Like he's just like running around fucking born again natural right now, huh?
Yeah. Well, he said he's on a therapeutic dose of TRT, I think.
Well, I mean, what's the point of even doing that if you're right back down to trying to get to a healthy level at his age? He's still young. He should be able to go through a fucking good cleanse and get his natural levels. I would think. I'd have to talk to him about it.
I don't know. After a certain point, if you continue to put fake synthetic testosterone into you, at some point your testes just stop producing it.
Well, absolutely they do. That's why you need to get them fucking started over and boost it.
Yeah. He looks totally different since he shaved and all. And he's got like the Yosemite Sam thing going on.
Yeah, that's a hell of a handlebar.
He doesn't. I mean, like he looks much smaller. I'm sure he is smaller, but he looks.
Well, he's lost like 100 fucking pounds since he fucking pulled. Like at King of the Table. Like he was 320 pulling there.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And then now he's down at like 220. I don't know how small he is. I thought he was down to 240. I just fucking throw numbers out there because I don't actually pay attention. I just talk.
Yeah, he's probably more than 220, I would think. But
I would pull Brandon Allen for sure. I wonder if he's allowed to get into Canada traveling. I mean, I don't think they check for anything when you go to Dubai, but when he was doing the powerlifting, I'm sure he had to have a somewhat of a clean record to go everywhere.
Do you have reason to believe that he may have difficulty getting into Canada?
Look, if I get along with you on a personal level, you probably have a hard time getting into this country.
I don't have a hard time.
Brandon said he'd fucking kill the shit out of you and then piss on your skull after he dried it out for a month in the desert. Not sure if he was kidding or not, because it doesn't take a month. It takes a month. Once the yolks fucking rip apart everything, it takes a little while for the flies and maggots to actually get that cleaned up. But as long as he's actually going to display that skull on a mantle properly, at least he's showing me a bit of respect, you know? I mean, who doesn't want to drink out of the skull of their enemies?
I saw a meme about that earlier today. It said that's what's wrong with the world. Not anybody drinks out of the skull of their enemies anymore.
Well, you're not allowed to. Like, it's all frowned upon and shit. Stupid.
Depends on what part of the world you're in.
Well, I would like to find out what part of the world that's allowed.
New Guinea.
Or encouraged, because I'm fucking moving.
Cannibalism is fairly commonplace in New Guinea.
Yeah, but beer drinking's not. So that's a bit of a problem.
Yeah.
I'm looking for old Viking-esque type. Let's go there. This podcast isn't the same since the weight scale disappeared. It's right there. My belt's hanging from it. Just Mulvihill's been checking his weight, making sure he keeps on it because he's got to make weight for down in Virginia. So he keeps moving around where it's a lot easier to use. I don't really give a fuck about my weight.
What weight does he have to make?
Was it 243 for the East versus West qualifier? Is that what they were going with?
242 probably, if it was
242 would make sense for kilos. I thought they were, or maybe he had to make 240. I don't think it was the 242, but that could have just been the Toronto version. I don't know exactly what he's got to be for Virginia. But I know the weight's been staying off and he's hovering right around, so he's good to go. Just been eating clean and trying not to drink like a fucking savage.
Yeah.
Not me.
What's
No,
his norm? What is his? I mean, like, what is his normal weight, or what is the highest weight he's been at that you know of?
the biggest that Mulvihill ever been?
Yeah.
When I met him and he was 18, I think he was like 245. I think. And then he went down to 220 for a bit. Then he got real skinny when he moved out west. I don't know if he was like eating all those peanut butter and crack sandwiches or something. But when he was out west, he was in Banff or something. He came back and he was making 187 for a while.
Ooh.
Yeah. Well, he was still a kid. He's only 19, 20 years old. And then slowly started creeping back up to 220. Then he got back up to 240. That's when he started really, really getting fucking strong. You know, he's 22, 23, 240 pounds, lightning fast. That's when people started really noticing him. Then he had to get down back to that 200 range for the WAL when he was supposed to pull Bowen. And still, young lad didn't really want to listen so well. Ended up losing a lot of weight to get down to make that, was it 195? I think so. For the WAL, I think that was 195. And then that got canceled, so we went way back up. And I think he hit like 265 this round before coming back down to 240 for the East versus West competitions. But this time he actually listened to me and made weight like super fucking easy. He was 3 or 4 pounds under without having to sweat. So now he's just staying on his diet real clean, and he's not going to have to cut at all for Virginia. So I'd like him to start, putting on a little bit when you're allowed to weigh in a day or two before. Do a little water cut anyways.
Next time I get to 195, I'll be on the way to the fucking graveyard.
Why, what do you weigh, Roy?
Shit, about 265.
Yeah, you fat.
No, ideally I could get down to like 240, probably would be as little as I'd want to weigh for my frame and size. But
why, you're what, 6'2"?
Yeah.
But you're like a really fat version of a skinny guy. Like you're fat skinny. You don't have a big frame. Your shoulders are about this fucking wide. You don't have any muscles. Like, how are you 265? That was a question. Usually when somebody asks you a question, you answer.
I just am. I mean, I'm just a big guy. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. I'm bigger than you.
Heavier.
Taller. Stronger.
Now that's debatable, because I'm betting you fucking lose on that deal 10 times out of 10. Now, you might beat me at a list of fucking gym lifts because I don't do them and you do. But in functional strength, actually fucking moving weight around the way that you would in real life scenarios, there's no fucking way you win.
Listen, I worked in the watermelon fields when I was young, throwing watermelons all day.
Watermelons. Oh, that sounds fucking heavy, Roy.
Yeah, 30 pounds, 5,000 times a day.
Well, I grew up as a teenager in a redneck fucking village where there's no such thing as a woman that was under 200 pounds. If you wanted to get laid, you better be fucking strong. Otherwise, you're going to suffocate. All right. So, but when it comes to functional strength, I have literally picked up 5 bundles of shingles off the ground, put them on my shoulder, walked 200 feet down a driveway and carried them up a ladder. That's 450 pounds off the ground onto your shoulder, carry it, and then carry it up a ladder.
Yeah, I've never tried that. I don't think I could do that.
I guarantee your fat ass ain't going to do it either.
You're probably right. As a matter of fact, I'm pretty damn sure you're right.
Well, I'm pretty goddamn sure that I wouldn't be able to do it anymore either. But I did it then. You don't have to do it twice.
Yeah.
But you're just not stronger than me. And if you are, it's probably only in smell. Because you look like you fucking stink. How come you're drinking Bush? Beer man, you don't identify as a woman, do you? Well, I did at that Toronto event because I wanted to pull the women's class. And honest to God, I give 0 fucks about anybody's opinions on what I drink. I like Bush. I'm gonna drink it whether you like it or not. as far as supporting somebody that supported, fuck right off. The old man walked in and fired the whole PR team for being fucking dumb. And now I'm supporting the guy that fired that PR team for being fucking dumb. So you want to fucking word it about how I'm supporting who? I support the guy that fired the whole fucking dumb PR team. Also, I support drinking beer any fucking way you want. I'm a grown-ass man. You're not my real dad. I do what I want. And I want to drink this bush right here.
People in the chat are saying your shingles story is bullshit.
Well, they can say what they want. I don't give two fucks what they think. Here's the thing. I'm me. You're you. I'm awesome. Fuck you. I'll do what I want. Maybe the story's not true. Everybody has a good fucking reason not to listen to me. If I say something, I don't blame you for not believing it. I tell you some wild shit. It's all true. But if I heard the shit that I say, if I didn't know it was true, I wouldn't believe 3/4 of my own shit either. It just happens to be true.
Yeah.
Honestly, the actual fucking truth of the matter, and when I tell you something that sounds absolutely unbelievable, that's probably true. If I'm talking and it's like, yeah, well, that makes sense, then I'm probably making it up.
Yeah. Yeah, I know people like that. I know people that have stories that they're like, I don't tell anybody this stuff because everybody thinks it's bullshit, but it's really true.
Yeah, when people ask me, what's the most you've ever drank in a day or a night? That one, I just like a lot. If I actually tell you, you're just going to think I'm a liar. There's no way you could humanly do that without dying.
You beat the Andre the Giant story.
No.
You're in the neighborhood.
So his most official record is 108.
Well, the thing is,
And look, I'm quite sure I have beaten that 108. But not in the same fucking time frame, so it's not close, right? You know, after he drank 108, the motherfucker got up, boarded a plane, flew to Japan, and wrestled. You know, I was fucking almost dead for 3 days.
Right. Well, yeah, he outweighed you by like 300 pounds too.
Well, back then I was only like 200 pounds, so maybe more.
Plus, he had like a huge liver compared to you, I'm sure.
Well, he was a fucking giant.
Yeah.
Kind of happened.
But you know, he was only probably at his peak height. He was like 6'11" or 7 feet tall. Really, he wasn't ever 7'4", like they said.
No, he was 7'1".
Maybe at the very most.
When he was doing the whole trying out for which football team was it that wanted him?
Andre the Giant on a football team?
Yeah. So when he came over here and started wrestling, there was a football team. One of the NFL teams wanted him. And he went to fucking talk with them and everything, and they did the official measurements, but the money they were offering was just not close to what he was making in wrestling. So he was like, yeah, not a fucking chance. I would rather wrestle.
I have never heard that.
That son of a bitch coming off a line trying to run into that fucking prick. Like,
it wasn't so much the height, even though he was 7 feet tall. It's the fucking his fucking hands and the size of his fucking head.
Just the strength that the dude had.
The girth of the man. I mean, he was just fucking huge.
Well, according to all of the wrestlers that have ever actually fucking dealt with Andre in the ring, especially if Andre didn't like you, it was an unbelievable level of strength. Like, not comparable to any other man. That's all it is, right?
Yeah.
So when kayfabe finally broke, and they say, look, you all should have known that wrestling wasn't real a long time ago. If it was real, the only person in professional wrestling would have been Andre.
When he was younger and could move, I mean, his last probably 10 years of his career, he was
absolutely gibbled. Andre was 7'4", 520. At 7'4", he was over 600 by the end of his career, but he was never 7'4".
No, he was never that tall.
But the one official recording of his height that they had was from that football tryout thing, and he was 7'1" when he was young.
I never even heard about the football thing with him. That really kind of surprises me because even back at that time, Ernie Ladd quit playing football and started wrestling because he could make so much more money.
Yeah, and Ernie Ladd wasn't shit compared to Andre. He also wasn't a great football player. Look, if you are that fucking NFL All-Star, you're getting fucking paid.
Well, nowadays, yeah.
Well, even back then, I mean, comparatively, inflation and shit, right? Everything changes. It's all in perspective. But if you're the top guy, one of those top guys in the NFL, you're getting paid big. If you're the top guy in wrestling, you're making good money.
Yeah. Back then, yes, it was different. The money wasn't as nearly as big in the football, and it was
nowhere near as big in wrestling either.
Well, it was not compared to now, but if you go back and look, like in the 30s and the 40s here in this country, like 4 of the top 5 paid professional athletes were pro wrestlers back then. I mean, they just were. I mean, like Luke, like if you adjust it for inflation, I mean, Luke Thez made like he was making over $1 million a year, just, adjusted for inflation, just wrestling.
Well, I don't know if you can really believe that.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, well, you say that, except if you're adjusting for inflation, and what's the minimum in the NFL now? Like 750 grand?
Well, I'm just saying, like,
right. So if you're the worst guy in the NFL, you're making $750,000. But if you're one of the very best to have ever done it in wrestling back then, with the same fucking ratios, you're only making $1 million. Clearly, pro football paid better than pro wrestling.
Now it does, yeah. Now, yes, but not back then.
Well, I mean, you're gonna have to figure out the fucking math ratios and figure out what they were making and adjust it for inflation too. You can't bring half the fucking story here, Roy.
Okay. I gotta pee bad. Like my eyeballs are floating.
I mean, you could have just left. Nobody actually cares. I know you're the only guy on the show with me, but I could probably do it just as well without you. Because you just piss me off. Anyways, what the fuck is Paul doing? Anyway, I'm gonna check in with this chat, see what you guys are saying. Shook the Giant's hand when I was younger. It was like he was shaking a baby's head. Felt so small. It felt like Gennady. Well, Gennady's baby hand looked pretty impressive, don't you think? Well, maybe not the hand part of it, but that little baby hand's attached to a motherfucker. I'll tell you what. Put a pile of 20 bundles of shingles down. Who gets them to the rooftop first in a race? Evan or RVJ? I will definitely cheat. I will kneecap Rob or hire a bunch of people to lift them for me because I don't do that shit anymore. There is no way if I had to carry them myself, I'm going to win unless Rob doesn't show up because it'd probably take me all weekend to get 20 bundles carried up a ladder at this point. I don't fucking do it. I will refuse to do the job if I have to carry them myself at this point. But back in the day, back when I was like young and in shape, I definitely would have won that. It would have taken me 5 trips and I would have fucking done them all really quick. I always had this theory about being lazy. And I really am lazy. I will work as hard as I have to do as little as possible. I don't want to carry bundles up the fucking ladder all day. So if I got 60 bundles to do, and if I carry them one at a time, that's 60 fucking trips carrying bundles. If I take 2, it's only 30. If I take 3, it's only fucking 20 trips. I can do 20 trips real quick. No problem. So I just carried them up quicker because I didn't want to fucking be doing it all day. Fuck it. I hate it. So yeah, I'm extremely lazy, and that's why I work so hard. Engen could definitely be a roofer. He looks like he fucking smokes crack. More likely meth. I think there's a lot of meth-headed roofers nowadays. If I hear Opana one more damn time, I'm putting my head through a wall. What the fuck does Opana mean? Was Devin learning Georgian to say that shit to Gennady again?
That was the word that Gennady yells when he gets fired up.
Or what's it mean? You're
don't
from
know.
fucking Georgia? What do you mean?
It means can Opana.
That was a terrible fucking joke, Roy. But if you don't mind doing your whole fucking Google nerd thing and figure out what that means. But can you say it again?
Can Opana?
No. The actual word.
Opana?
Is that how it's pronounced?
I think so.
Did you watch the match? Did you hear Gennady yelling it?
Yes.
What did he say?
He said Opana.
Pronounced like that?
Yeah, I guess so. It's what it sounded like to me. I mean,
close enough. As long as you said it, because Crazy Uncle Jim said if he hears it again, he's going to put his head through a wall. So I wanted to make sure that it was said a few more times for him to hear. And I hope he's got some walls with holes in them the size of his fucking head at this point.
So this doesn't help.
Why?
I looked it up and it's got like English OPANA and then it's translated into like Cyrillic. I don't even know. That doesn't even look like Cyrillic. Do the Georgians use the same letters as the Russians? I would think they would.
Not a fucking clue. Evan was 6 feet tall before those bundles of shingles compressed his spine. No, Evan was 6 feet tall before a bunch of other things fucked his spine up. And now I'm actually just under 5'11". Paul, what's up, my man?
What's going on?
Time to shut up. We actually have a guest that I want to talk to on the show. So we're going to go back to the timeout corner instead of fucking drooling over fucking Paul trying to hire his fucking socks. Quiet, Roy. Paul, what's up, my man?
What are you drinking there? Evan? What you got? Bush. Okay.
Because I give zero fucks about other people's opinions of what I do.
Okay.
I buy the beer for what's in the can, not what's on the label.
Okay.
So fuck them all. Also,
I buy the beer based on the nutrition facts.
Yeah, well, you'd have to. Are you still drinking it? Oh, you're supporting them too.
Who?
Oh no, you switched.
I switched.
Did you switch for that reason?
Yes, and now I'm spending more money.
You're serious? You switched. You got off the ultras because of that.
Yep, they didn't want to sponsor me anyway. I've been pushing for a sponsorship for like.
Do these guys sponsor you?
Nope, they won't do it.
No, the new ones.
No, I don't know. I haven't asked them yet.
Was that Heineken?
Yeah, silver.
Oh man,
bougie.
That's just kind of makes me sad that you got to drink that piss.
It's better.
I fucking hate Heineken. I mean, I'll drink it.
It doesn't taste like Heineken, man.
But I won't buy it.
You can't take out all them carbs and have the same taste. It's not possible.
I like carbs. I do. That's why I've been in the fat man class so long.
I do too. Trust me.
I mean, fuck, I'm half the size of you, just way, way more. So you really quit drinking the ultras because of that fucking labeling?
Yeah.
The beer for what's on the can, you buy the beer for what's in it.
Yeah, I mean, hey, look, it's either that or like, what are we gonna do?
What, just all the peer pressure, you're like, I can't do it. You actually give a fuck what other people think. Paul, you're way too nice of a guy to be succumbing to that shit.
I think that's kind of the reason.
You are realistically just a pussy.
I think I really don't care.
But you switched anyways.
But it has nothing to do with what people think.
It's what you think.
That's it.
So you've got a problem. Look, a beer is an adult beverage. If you want to push any of that shit, I would rather you push it on an adult beverage than a fucking kid's beverage.
That's fair.
So, plus, the old man that fucking actually owns Anheuser walked in and fired the whole PR team. So I'm supporting the guy that fired those fucking idiots.
No, he didn't. He did not fire the PR, not the exec that
yeah, he did.
Campaign. When that happened?
Like 3 days later.
I did not catch that on the news.
Yeah, well, you never catch any of that shit on the news because why? Why would they put that on the news? Oh, they fucking failed with this marketing campaign, lost billions of dollars, and they got fired for it. No, the news needs you to know that they want to push that. That's their agendas are fuck. Paul, you know goddamn well it ain't news, it's media. Don't even bring that shit up in here. You ever tried looking this shit up on your own?
What's that?
You know, any of this information?
No, I got more important things to do, but I can choose where I want to spend my money.
Yeah, like being the only American that did good.
Doing good, meaning losing. I was the tallest midget. Me and Devin were the tallest midgets.
You got robbed. You got robbed, Paul.
Nah.
Now, Paul, we're not on. Roy told you to stay in timeout. Sit back. Big boys are talking. The adults are talking. Paul, I hear a lot of people saying that you got fucking robbed. Can you tell me why they're saying it?
They're saying it because of having to hold a pin a few seconds.
So you had him pinned. Roy, put your fingers down. I can't count. So they're saying you had him pinned and they just didn't call it.
Yeah, it took a while.
Now, I did live commentary on it, but as you well know, I drink a lot, so the memory's not always fantastic. Is that the one where the referee is looking at the pin, but instead of looking to see where the pin is, he's looking at the other referee like, are you not going to call an elbow foul on Paul? And then finally he's like, okay, I guess I'll call it. Is that the one?
I don't know, mate. I don't know if that's what the internal monologue was.
Well, I had an external monologue. I was commentating it. But if you watch, you've seen the replay of it, yes?
Yeah.
Was the head ref that should have been calling the pin looking at the downside ref to see if there was an elbow foul being called or not?
I'm not sure.
That long.
And I surely don't know what he was thinking. But I don't think that had a bearing on the match. The match was lost by my dumb decision making, really. You know, and the decision to pull longer in a bad position in the third round, in my opinion, was my biggest mistake. I pulled way too long in the third round and allowed myself to get stretched out. I should have intentionally fouled.
I do remember calling you an idiot and telling you should have been getting the fuck out of there. Yeah.
Yeah. It was a bad position. Sasha pulled back a little bit more, added some rotation and loaded setup. And
once your bicep got extended, you should have been throwing the towel in on that round.
I should have before it even got extended. When it stopped dead center, I should have either elbow fouled and restarted. Probably I shouldn't have done that. I should have just laid it down and then come back and fired off on the good side of the strap. Because in the fourth round, I had a little bit better of a bite, and I took it pretty close, but I gassed out. So it is what it is. You live and learn. You lose so you can learn some stuff.
Well, can you at least promise me that you're not gonna arm wrestle like a fucking idiot at the next time?
I absolutely cannot promise you that.
Good, because I was about to call you a liar if you did.
Yeah. I'm pretty much 90% blackout after the go. So I can see a lot of things when I'm cornering you. I give you a whole lot of good advice, except my brain's on autopilot the minute they say ready.
So why did you spend so much time cornering people at the event?
People ask, and I think in order for us to have a chance, we have to have like a good support system. Like, to be honest, for us, we went there and got swept. Like, if we can't come in as a group and support each other, we don't really stand much of a chance.
Well, look, you guys went in there and tried supporting each other and got swept.
Yeah, sometimes
maybe you should have just called each other fucking losers, and then you got some pride. Like, I can't fucking lose like these fucking losers. Yeah. I just called the rest of my team fucking losers. Now I gotta win. Like that extra fire.
We need to bring you over there. You can call everybody losers and we'll see how you do.
Look, if I get brought over there, it's to be a dickhead and drink beer. And I guarantee you I'm gonna fucking score aces across the board in both of those categories.
They don't approve of beer drinking over there. You won't.
I don't approve of them. Look, I'm never gonna go to an East versus West. I'm not going to Turkey. Ingen is threatening to break my neck and cut my ears off if he ever sees me. So no, thank you. If I ever meet Ingen, it's not going to be in Turkey. I'll tell you that.
Hey, Paul, question. To your knowledge, was Dave Chafee injured or not?
I don't know. He didn't say anything to me.
That was just the most unexpected match of the day for me, the way he just got whitewashed.
Roy, time out. What the fuck? Now, although Roy brought up fucking Dave Chavey, I don't want to give him any fucking time in here, but he brought up Dave, so I got some questions for Paul about Dave.
Okay.
Paul, you know how you'd never say anything bad about anybody?
Mm-hmm.
Is that easily not the worst performance you've ever seen out of Dave Chafee?
He didn't seem like he was all there after the first go.
That
I
is probably the meanest thing you've ever said about anybody in arm wrestling.
No, I'm just saying, like,
and I'm glad it was on this show.
The true energy of it, though, like, you know, after the first go, he looked a little caught up, you know, maybe in the moment. And I really think Rivas is probably that good, you know. I mean, these Georgians talk about this guy like he was the next best thing and then took time off and all that good stuff. Maybe he's the real deal.
There is no way that Rivas is that good.
Yeah, he
There's
beat
no fucking way.
he beat him. He beat Chafee more dominantly than LeVon did.
Right.
Really, he did. I mean,
There's
it was just like
no fucking way.
Well,
If
I mean,
Dave was showing up in the form that he'd been in plenty of other matches, and I mean, fucking plenty. Dave Chafee has been a bad motherfucker for 10 fucking years.
Yeah.
He's
Well,
had
I mean,
a few fucking rough
I
goes,
get it.
but that
if you're looking at it and, like, let's say, like, I didn't talk to Dave at all about it, right? I didn't, like, there wasn't any, like, dialogue. It's like, are you injured? Where's your mind at? And anything like that. But, like, the feel was that, like, I don't know how committed he was to that match. You know, like, you're going to pull a bond at King of the Table or whatever, wherever you're going. You circle that date and you prepare. I don't know. I mean, maybe it's a scenario where Dave didn't hold that match in high enough regard. I don't know.
wow. You ever throw Dave under the bus on that one? You
No,
just basically said that Dave thinks Rivas is a fucking chooch. He's a fucking janky motherfucker and nobody cares.
No, I'm saying,
you are all sorts of full of the good stuff tonight, buddy.
When you get a chance to play in a regular season game, you probably treat it a little bit different than a Super Bowl. So there's a possibility that could have been a factor. I don't know. Was there an injury? Possibly. I don't know. Dave doesn't divulge much. So
your opinion, either Dave was injured or he didn't care. Both ways, giant disrespect to Rivas. I'm liking it. Hold on. Before you respond, I got a super chat I got to get to. White Wolf with the super chat. How funny would it have been if during that third round had Paul picked up Evans' call mid-match and took Evans' advice? Paul, you're the man. Awesome bout. Did a fantastic job. Team West. See, yeah, you should have just answered my phone. I called you during that match. Like, I had a game plan. It would have guaranteed the win. You didn't answer. You lost.
What should I have done? Tell me what the game plan was now.
I would have told you to make his wrist to fingertip go below the pin line.
Oh, okay. That's good. I like that. It's very simple.
I mean, that's the easiest way to win. Just take their arm and pin it. Like, why are you fucking around holding it right above the pin line? Just fucking push it down a little further, man. Like, what are you doing? Right there. Just fucking do
it. I thought you were going to have a better idea of something like, but just punch him in the face and then walk off the stage. That would have been way more, you know.
Oh, this is professional arm wrestling. You can't act like that. I think the line is drawn at hitting him with a beer can. And I didn't see a beer can in your hand. And if it was a beer can, it probably would have been a fucking Michelob Ultra or this Heineken Silver bullshit. And that wouldn't even hurt. Fuck. Now, Paul, what do you think the best match of the day was over there?
Devins.
Can you hear me, Paul?
Devins.
You think Devins was the best match of the day?
Absolutely.
That was an absolute fucking gong show.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Everybody that was involved in that match should be embarrassed, except for Gennady.
Including the ref.
Those refs let Devin away with murder. Oh, my Lord. Gennady had to fight against the rules, the refs, and Devin and still got it done. How impressive was that guy?
There were two involved in that for sure. There was carving and shoulder on both sides for sure.
Okay. Sure.
He played it very well. Like, the best credit you can give Gennady is not getting shook by the trash talk, the distractions, and being able to play the game back.
It was very clear in the beginning of that match that there was no way Devin was going to listen to those referees. But you should have known this going into the match, right? It's Devin. He's a dickhead. He's not going to listen to the referees, and he's going to make the referees question their own judgment. And those referees are going to let him do whatever the fuck he wants at some point. He is magical. He casts Jedi spells, and the refs just let him do it.
That's where I thought Gennady really upped his game. Like, I don't know what round it was, 3 or 4. He redirected with sleight of hand the attention to Devin's shoulders over his own. And he effectively did that to the point where they were only looking at Devin's before looking at his. And when he didn't square him, he unsquared him. And the last round was beautiful. They squared him. Right before they were ready to go, he drove it into the car for the shoulder roll. And like, in my mind, I'm like, Michael Todd would have thrown the challenge flag. And it would have been probably warranted.
That's probably why nobody likes Michael Todd either, though.
Yep. And that's why, and I think that's why.
Did you just agree that nobody likes Michael Todd, Paul?
No, I'm saying
I said it and you said, yeah. You definitely agree with me that nobody likes Michael Todd.
Okay. Well, that's probably why Devin opted not to throw the flag and just walked away with the loss. But I think he had a case.
You can't fucking stretch the rules like that and then complain about the rules being stretched.
That's the point. Yeah.
Right. It's I was really impressed that Gennady, instead of being flustered by Devin doing what he does, that he just said, okay, but I'm coming there too. You want to?
I'm gonna do it too.
So am I. And Gennady just happened to have the better shoulder once they were in.
Yeah.
When Gennady's shoulder got over, it was pretty clear that that's a motherfucker to deal with. At that point, Devin should have been trying to back off, I think. And let's play this somewhat fair and not let Gennady's shoulder start in. I'll square up if you make him, just you need to get Gennady out of there. You can't let his shoulder come in. But hindsight, right? So much fun.
Mm-hmm.
So who's the most impressive guy of the day?
Angerbayev.
Yes.
That's a good pick.
Angerbayev followed by Bacho, or
another good pick.
Or Georgi Zaranov.
Yeah, like I said, leading up to this pay-per-view, one of the match beside Devin's that I was most excited to see was the Angerbayev match, and it definitely did not disappoint. That motherfucker is a good arm wrestler, man. Holy shit.
Yeah, he's different, man.
He arm wrestles like a Shaolin monk.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just his.
I have never seen a Shaolin monk arm wrestle, but if they arm wrestle like Angerbayev, that's impressive. That dude is fucking incredible.
Just the technical, like the range, like when he did that thing where he came in and
it's called the douchebag.
Hmm?
I mean,
yeah,
you're pulling off the douchebag at a world elite level.
Yeah.
That guy's got some fucking tricks up his sleeve. That's for fucking sure. Who would you like to see Angerbayev pull next?
Fuck.
Devin.
Devin?
At that weight.
That's what I was thinking. Devin should be dropping back down to his healthy size again.
It's not gonna happen. Didn't they just announce the Gennady rematch?
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't mind seeing Angerbayev pull Prudnik.
Yeah, the Prudnik rematch could be a good one if the Devin match is already signed for Gennady again.
Well, there's Devin and Dave in like 6 weeks, isn't it?
Gennady.
Don't Devin and Chafee have a match coming up in like 6 weeks, don't they?
Where's that at?
King of the Table. Isn't
King of the Table?
Yeah.
Oh, Devin's in a bit of trouble.
Who's gonna lose 2 in a row there?
Well, Dave has never won a match at East versus West, but he's never lost a match at King of the Table. That just tells me the King of the Table pays better than East versus West. Because Paul said Dave only gives a fuck if he's getting paid properly.
That might be right. That comes back to how much you prepare and how much you care, I guess.
It's awesome having you on the show, Paul. Because if you pay attention to the words you say, you can read between the lines a little bit. You're actually not as nice of a guy as I thought.
I've been telling you forever I'm not a nice guy. Well, I'm not. So what are you playing for?
Well, I'm finally drunk enough at the right level, right? Most of the time, I'm just too drunk to pick up on all these subtleties you're throwing out, Paul. But I'm getting it. I'm getting it.
Oh, you're in like the beer pong mode right now. You're in your zone. You're seeing things.
I'm
from the
just drunk enough,
I got you.
but not too drunk. I get pretty fucking drunk sometimes, Paul.
That's the
This is
place you
true.
want to be in beer pong, baby. Make a run. Keep
Nah.
it there.
I got to tell you, I don't have your Yeti.
No, I know. I'm messing with you anyway.
I woke up in the morning as I was packing everything else up. I saw the Yeti and I smelled the contents of it. And I'm like, that smells like a girl's drink. And we didn't have any in the room last night. This has got to be Paul's.
It smelled like.
So I meant to go down to the front office and get a hold of you to make sure that you got it back. And I have no idea where the fuck I left it. Either in the room, I thought I grabbed it and brought it down to the desk, but I might have just set it down to go smoke weed with Bailey. I don't know.
Yeah, that's probably what you did. You dumb.
I just know that it's gone and I don't know where it is.
Yeah, idiot.
I would have thought Paul just drinks like alkalized water and like that's about it.
Nah, make a little vulture. Not anymore though.
Oh yeah. That's what he said. The Mickeys. Yeah, they're not bad. They're not
Oh, he's
bad.
done with those too. Fucking, he didn't like the Bud Light commercials.
So Paul, I want to see a match with you and Rob Vidget Jr.
A lot of people say that. A lot of people saying that.
I think
you don't
you
want an
can
easy
get
win,
him.
Paul?
Huh?
You're not looking to get an easy win?
No. Me and Robert Buddy's not interested in pulling.
Well, after 2 losses in a row, an easy win should be nice, right?
No, Rob's on the comeback trail. We're working on training together and doing some stuff. So we're gonna keep that team oriented, try and get him back over to East versus West. Compete.
So you wouldn't be interested in pulling Rob?
No, not really.
Why not?
Because I'm pretty much at this juncture, the next
And
East versus
for
West.
$100, I will fist fight my brother in your backyard at any house party. The fuck are you talking about? You wouldn't pull the guy. It's arm wrestling. You fucking arm wrestle with him twice a fucking week. How could you not want to arm wrestle him?
Not interested.
So which one of you fucking treats the other like baby brother then at practice?
I don't practice with him. We're working on getting together and working together towards.
You've never
training.
practiced with Rob?
Never.
So what, you think you just don't want to embarrass your little buddy or what?
What? What are you talking about?
My little buddy.
I think it'd be a good match, honestly. I mean, I think you could actually beat him, but I mean, I'm whatever. You don't want to do it, you don't want to do it. I mean, that's your prerogative.
Nah,
I think if Rob shows up
the reality
in the best shape he's been ever, Paul's in for a hell of a day. Rob hasn't been in that shape in several years. And if you look at the Rob Sasho match and then the Paul Sasho match, it's going to be pretty clear what's going to happen in that match.
Well, I mean, like at this juncture, and I talked about it before, like I'm just at this point, I've learned my lesson for stacking in matches, right? Where I go like, all right, I'm going to do this, this, and this. What happens is one takes primary focus, the others take back seats. So I'm like, if Egan's saying I'm coming back in July or August, that's what I'm doing, and until that's done, I don't know what I'm doing next. And I'm like, that's just the way I'm dealing with it. So I don't have letdown matches,
Yeah, no, absolutely. When you have a priority match, even taking another match in between there, it's like, well, I can use that as kind of the midway point of my build for this match. It's a disrespect to the promoter and the opponent. You're not putting in 100% focus. And who the fuck wants to get an easy win on a guy that's high ranked because he's not primarily focused on you? It's
I don't know how Devin does all the stuff he does, man.
Well, he normally doesn't.
It's crazy.
Devin's been a guy that wants to pull 2-3 times a year max, right? For the same reason. But now he's got his party arm thing going, right? He doesn't give a fuck about his left.
Yeah, but I mean, well, how many potential matches does he have stacked right now on his right?
Dave, Gennady rematch, Dennis sometime down the road.
Yeah, I mean, look at that. Look at that. And those are 3 serious matches.
Well, I think between the stem cells and the 2 liver transplants he has ready, he'll be able to pull it off.
Hey, Evan, what do you think about the stem cell thing? You a believer or no?
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
Are you?
Everybody that I've ever talked to personally that has gotten it done swears by the results. I don't know one guy that has went and been let down or disappointed or said it's not worth the money. Not one. So if you're trying to heal up some injuries, like stem cells isn't going to make you crazy strong. But if you got something fucking tweaked and hurting, you got to get it fixed up. It is easily the best fucking healing thing.
I want my shit not to hurt. I want to be able to throw a football. Like, you know, I want to be able to sleep at night. I don't even care if it doesn't affect arm wrestling. I want basic, normal life shit.
Yeah, well, I mean, if one of those life goals that you have is being able to throw a football, there's a reason you lost to Sasha, buddy.
And I'm not even tracking that.
Wow. You should not be able to throw a football if you're a professional arm wrestler. That's not something that you should be able to do.
Yeah, you shouldn't be able to straighten your arm out like that, right?
It should hurt like a motherfucker to ever put any fucking whip impact onto your elbow.
Has to do with the slap tear in the labrum. I have no rotation.
Playing baseball ain't fun. I'll tell you that.
When you say you have no rotation, like pronation?
No, shoulder rotation. My shoulder does not go back here.
It doesn't go back.
Yeah,
You can't pull your arm behind your head like that?
Not even close.
Oh, wow.
Wow. Well, there's a surgery back in an old Disney movie called Rookie of the Year that you might look into.
Yeah. That's the one
But
I need.
everything else, like internal rotation, anything coming forward is,
Totally fine.
wow, clearly, I mean, the way you bullied fucking Sasha out of the fucking gates on round one is, why weren't you strong long?
I don't know. I focused on endurance. That was part of the effort. I did like static holds for 2-minute rounds of practice and stuff. The gas tank just wasn't there.
It's too long.
It was because you had to hold the guy for 8 total seconds at the pin pad. That's why. Like,
Well, on the counter side of that argument, Roy, that dude had to be held out of position at that pin line for 8 seconds, and he was just fine.
Yeah, but then don't you think that's a little bit more of like an open rotated pronator, like elbow based thing?
I think they're pretty fucking similar. I would rather be in a good position holding for an extended period than a fucking extended one.
I agree with that.
I think it's taxing the guy who's trying to finish more.
If you're in a good position, all coiled in, nice and tight, using your body, your skeletal structure to hold some of that weight, there's no reason for you to be that low. There's no way you can get that low and still have. You're not on cruise. You're not holding comfortably. You're fucking. He was maxing the fuck out. I would say that should have definitely been more taxing on him than you. You just had no gas tank. You showed up like an unprepared fucking chooch. You fucked it all up, Paul.
Yeah,
Maybe you should have focused on being stronger instead of being in good shape, and you just would have fucking pinned him, like I was saying you should do.
You should write a book. You got it figured out.
Yeah, I can get like at least 3 sentences out, and they're all Paul's an asshole.
Don't let me get Zach Lee on your ass.
I actually talked to Zach Lee till I found out he was a cop, and like, no, I can't deal with him.
Is he no, he isn't. He's a prison guard, isn't he?
Same thing.
Oh boy.
Same thing. Look, I just can't be friends, right? Like, I'm a Leafs fan. If you're a Montreal Canadian, we're not going to get along. I don't care. Too bad. That's how it works. And yes, I'm aware the Leafs fucking suck. I don't need to hear any more of it. But either way, actually, Zach's a really good dude. I wish he would like have never taken that profession. Then we can be friends.
I don't know.
Strong little prick too. Strong little prick. So, out of the East versus West, now you were there. What kind of fucking matchups are they looking at afterwards? What got seen that you'd like to see after?
Like me or Angut?
Everybody. Like, what was flying around?
I don't know. I mean, everybody's trying to match Bacho up with somebody.
Right. Like, but where? Who's
know.
too good? Like,
that's a great.
Take a step up.
We don't even know. This guy has exactly 3 matches on film, and they're all against Adam Wierzinski, and they lasted a total of 2 seconds. So, like, how do we know what he is? We know what the Georgians said. The Georgians said really crazy stuff about him, but then it like some of them are saying that he's on Zurab's level, but if you ask Zurab, he's not. So
Okay, so who is
That's what we said
above
too.
Adam? That even if you were to do a slow build, this is a young cat. You don't need to throw him right into the fucking deep end to find out whether he can actually swim. But how do you get him out a little further into those waters? Who is a step up from Adam that would make sense, even if you're doing that slow build?
from the West, who has already been there, or just anybody in general?
I would say from the West.
What weight did they pull at? What was the weight?
95.
95.
But I
So-
mean, Adam's already considerably bigger than him, right?
Not really. I
No,
think
it looked like Adam was the bigger dude.
no. I mean, I think he might. If he was, it was several pounds. The kid's not small. He's just distributed weird. Like his distribution is strange. He's got real big hands and big joints. He's got an enormous head.
So you got a bigger hand than Adam?
I think
left.
like, I think finger length, yes. Adam has just a wide hand.
So
Like Adam has some type of birth thing that causes his right hand to be bigger.
yeah, his right and left are not even close.
No, yeah.
But who do you got from the West above Adam at that weight?
I mean, it's somebody who has to be able to load and stop the hit. You know, I mean, we didn't.
Can you beat Adam?
Huh?
Can you beat Adam?
I have no idea. Never pulled him.
I didn't ask you if you've ever pulled him. I asked you if you think you can beat him.
No clue. No clue.
If you were handed a fucking bet slip and you had to fill out one of the two goddamn names or you're getting shot, which one are you fucking marking off, Paul? Why do you think you make it so difficult?
If I'm getting shot, if I got a gun to my head, I'm always checking my own name.
So you think you would beat Adam?
If I got a gun to my head, if you put me in front of a firing squad, I think I'll beat whoever.
See, no, I would always bet on the other guy because I know I can make sure I lose. So, like, you are that confident. Like, man, if I got to pull somebody where I don't know, like, it's close, I'm going to bet on that guy and make sure I don't train quite that hard.
That's really weird.
So that was a crazy match. It looked like Adam looked like a dragster that spun his tires all three times. Like he looked like he never even got started. The guy just went whack.
You got slapped. You got slapped.
It was similar to Dave. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
yeah, he didn't.
Slapped.
He never. I think the first round caught him by surprise. You know, he was intending to slip the second round when that didn't work. I mean, and then the third round, Bacho snatched him and held him and kind of posed, but I think that was basically because the air was already out of the tires.
No, I think there was a slight difference with Dave. Dave looked like he never even showed up, and Adam looked like he just had no idea what the fuck to do with this kid after that first one. Like, he looked real good until that ref said go, and Bacho fired off that first time. And then he was just like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Well, when's the last time we seen Dave Chafee lose like that?
Yeah.
Never?
Travis smacked him in WAL. Like
Smacked him, but didn't make him look like that. I mean, David already fucking beaten Travis that day. It's I don't know. I have never seen Dave lose like that since he's been a super heavyweight to anybody.
no, he did better against Levon.
Would you consider that maybe the upset of the day, the Dave match, or do you think the Georgie match was more of an upset?
The Dave match to me was definitely the bigger upset. Paul?
Yeah.
Especially the way it happened. I mean,
Right, that's all things in. The
Yeah.
Georgie match, that was a good match. I'm not super shocked, but
Well, fuck.
Dave losing
gave the
wasn't
Turkish
what's so
guy-
surprising. Dave losing in the spot that he lost as
Yeah.
badly as he did, that was very, very unexpected.
yeah, it was weird.
Yeah, he got killed. I agree. I think
Paul,
I think that's the Georgie and Arif match. I think Georgie was getting set up to lose. He was fucking like 60 pounds, like smaller than Arif, and Arif's been doing pretty good lately. And he came back and he won that shit. That was actually a sick match.
Yeah,
that was a
I
really
like
good match.
Georgie. Georgie's a fucking he. There is no quit in that dude.
Well, dude, the guy had pimples from his fucking lower back up to his eyelids. So I knew he was strong. I know he was strong that match. So
Well, he doesn't have to worry about having fucking back knee and shit. That's an ugly motherfucker. He doesn't care.
oh well, yeah, he's a real beaut, that's for sure. A real beaut.
Oh, okay. So, Paul, you're friends with Rob. He got his fucking ass beat. Who do you think he should be looking to pull next?
I don't know. Who's on? I mean, I don't know. Who else is out there at 95 on the other end?
No, 95, that's 209?
Yes. Unless Rob wants to pull 105, and then that opens up a bunch of different questions.
Why would he want to go up? He's not cutting weight. This is the biggest Rob's ever weighed in for an event. Why would he ever want to go up unless he's finally going to put on his big boy pants, if you know what I mean, to be competitive on that world level?
Well, I mean, he did cut.
Is he?
Yeah. Well, he dieted down, and he might have had to water cut like the last 3-4 pounds. I was talking to him not that long ago, and he was real close. That's not something that I would even consider like a weight cut.
Yeah.
It's not like what fucking Alcester had to fucking go through.
No.
Speaking of which, did Alcester's weight cut fuck him in that match?
No.
Or was he just fed?
No, he had a hard time with it. Like, because I don't know. He had a hard time with it. But he rebounded back to 220.
From 187 or whatever it was?
Yeah.
Yes. But he also
a 33 fucking pound cut.
He did it. He did the recovery wrong. So if there was any negative, it wasn't from the cut, it was from the recovery. He wouldn't listen.
So was he up all night with the shits and stuff?
He chugged water and ate. I've never seen someone eat like that. And the whole time I was like, stop, please slow down. And he's like, I can't.
You fucking have to.
If
you start pounding food and fluids into you at a fucking insane pace after a fucking incredible cut, like 33 pounds, that's a big fucking cut.
Yeah.
But
That's
if you were to fucking start loading back in like that, there's no way he didn't fucking sit on the toilet while still chugging Gatorade and eating fucking pizza.
No, like so like in Turkey, they don't give you gallons. They give you this thing that I don't even know what the translation is, but it has to be 1.5 gallons before. It's a huge jug.
Like the 4-liter jugs.
But
probably like a 4-liter jug then.
Probably 4 liters, whatever that comes out to.
Gallon and a half.
Yeah, 1.5 gallons, something like that. Looks like a little bit more. I was like, look, whatever you do in this first day, you slow sip this and do not finish more than one of them. Like in this first 12 hours before you go to bed. He was on the second one in like 3 hours. It was ridiculous. I was like, you're in trouble. And then he ate.
You gotta fucking slowly start sipping that water, baby sips, get some salts into you, some electrolytes, and you can't just jam food in there either. Your guts are gonna fucking start doing the fucking river dance on you. It's a bad day. Also, don't drink booze the next day after a water cut like that. Holy fuck. Are you in trouble? Guaranteed you're gonna have the best night that you don't remember, and everybody's gonna hate you for it.
Yeah, but the other thing is
that one up a few times.
If you cut that much fucking weight, your body, I mean, I know it's easy to say you got to just do what you got to do, but your body is going, you're fixing to fucking die. You are about to starve to death or dehydrate and fucking die. Your body's like going, emergency. We need food and water. I mean, like, that's just not a good thing. That's fucked up.
That's where you got to listen to your coaches. I understand this is his first time ever doing a massive cut like that. And, you're sitting there, you've been starving. You're like, I know my body needs this right now. And it does. But it doesn't need it all right now.
Than usual.
It's going to be upset. It's like, for me, I like drinking my beers. Sometimes I get real busy and I'm not able to fucking sit down and drink a case of beer for 4 or 5 days, right? So after 5 days of not drinking, when I sit down, if I try to crush all 24 beers in the first 16 minutes, we're going to have a bad time. Like, you can't just smash your body like that, whether it wants it or not. You got to be the smarter person. Anyways, we got a super chat here. Canadian Psycho. Dave's saving himself for Devin next month, maybe. Paul, you're the man. Paul, you are the man. I'm really glad that you're opening up and being a dickhead to a lot of people on this show. Embracing the essence of our show. But as far as Dave saving himself for Devin next month, this isn't the first time we've seen that out of Dave. He doesn't like losing to Devin. Didn't he throw a match against Michael Todd once before because he wanted to save himself for Dave or for Devin?
I don't know about that. Did I miss it?
WAL, where he just laid down. Mike gets out the King's move, and Dave just lets it go. He's like, I got a match against Devin coming up.
I don't think Dave will say it, but I think Dave genuinely dislikes Devin. I really think he does.
What do you mean you don't think he would say it? He's fucking said it. I think the only person in the world that's ever had to compete against Devin that wouldn't say that at some point is nobody. Everybody fucking hates Devin. He's a dickhead. I mean, that's my teammate. That's a good friend of mine. But I'm not getting along with you if you're not at least a dickhead.
Problem is, I think Devin will beat him.
Well, it depends on the rules. At East versus West, I'm going to go with, probably. King of the table, Dave's undefeated. Devin's not.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it seems like it should be the opposite.
What is your take on the rule difference? Why you think King of the Table stricter?
No, I think they pay more. And Devin's had a loss at King of the Table because he had to pull Levon.
Yeah.
You would also think that the two formats, you would think Dave is more suited for King of the Table. I mean, excuse me. The other way, whatever I was saying. Never mind. I'll
What
be
the
quiet
fuck
now.
you talking about, Roy? I'm confused now.
I mean, Paul, King of the Table, they've got their rule set. East versus West, they have their rule set. Both are real good, high-level arm wrestling. You know what you need to do, Paul? Quit worrying about all of this high-level professional arm wrestling and come to an Arm Gods event and just be a fucking Yahoo.
I want to go to an arm.
We just want to fucking party. Arm wrestling is great, but you can have a great match without putting that much work in. But you better be able to fucking drink if you want to come to Arm Gods.
And you get your weight up. You need to get your weight up and make sure you're eating full meals 4 a day because you're gonna need it.
Yeah. All the carbs you can handle, buddy.
Yeah.
We're not looking about weight class arm wrestling. Arm wrestling is just the excuse for us all to get together and have a party.
That sounds like fun.
That's what I'm talking about.
The problem is when offered me a match. When Paul Maiden offered me a match, he didn't offer me some silly match and act like a nut. He offered me a killer.
Who?
Who did he offer you?
He offered me Sasha before any of this happened. But I was booked.
Yeah, but Sasha would have had to have failed the breathalyzer to get to the table. You all have to. You're not allowed competing at Arm Gods. If you are legally allowed to drive, you are not allowed to compete.
I will say this. If Sasha and I pull a match drunk, I am the heavy favorite.
You're not allowed to compete if you are allowed to drive. It's in the rule.
Fine. Then I want to rematch it there. I want it in Ireland.
Fuck, we're doing one in Canada.
That's a good call.
Hey, speaking of Arm Gods, did you see Kyle Hutchinson?
Oh, his left bicep tear. Yeah, he fucked that up, huh?
Yeah.
I think it's a UCL or something, and it's his pronator or something. But that was his left. Did you see him beat that Kamil Jablonski right arm?
Yeah. He came. Was it second right and third left?
Yes. But that match, both me and Neil were Neil was like, I think he's in trouble. Camille's too much, and I was like, I hope he just grabs him low and hooks him. And
Yeah.
did he not? He did that and he smoked him. That was to me the biggest upset and the best match of the day for that qualifier finals.
Why are we
Yeah.
talking about Neil?
'Cause
Neil's
Neil
a
was
dickhead.
I thought that was a prerequisite. I thought you liked that.
No, we only bring up Neil when Paul's on because he can't stop. Oh, well, I mean, you're Paul. I guess you could bring him up. Same thing, I guess, right? Now, Paul, now that you're on my show and nobody actually watches this, so nobody will know, why don't you just tell the people that Arm Gods is definitely the place to be? Fuck all the other shows.
I like Arm Gods. I like Paul Maiden. I love the whole concept.
I don't like Paul Maiden, but I do like Arm Gods.
Yeah,
You know,
he's
like-
a cunt. He's a
No, I hit him in the fucking head with a beer can. Fuck that guy.
That was staged. That was staged.
Absolutely wasn't. Absolutely wasn't. I legitimately hit that guy with the beer can. Like, what's up?
That
I
was
wish I could say that punch he threw was staged, but that was all him because he's a bitch.
That's what makes it the best.
Yeah.
That fucking Supergirl
Yeah.
punch was also
Yeah,
not staged.
That was like full power for him.
what a shit show.
So the only time you got to be scared of Paul Maiden is if he's talking too close to you. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, fuck that guy.
Besides that,
Yeah,
you're
I gotta
good.
piss. I'll be right back, Paul.
So is Maiden going to have a match in Canada at Arm Gods, or is he done? He said he was
I
going to
don't know.
retire.
I think he's pulling some fucking has-been or something like soon. I think maybe next week, if I'm not mistaken, whenever the next Arm Gods event is.
That's in Canada?
No, Canada is September 30th.
Ah,
Yeah. And then there's an event in Wales, but they're doing another, I guess, smaller thing. I can't remember where. I seen Connor Sale post about it. And I think that's where Paul is pulling some old dude. I guess he's just looking for fucking easy wins these days, you know, pulling you know who, and his next event is some fucking Chad. I don't even know.
I thought Paul fucking retired. He got a lucky win because he fucking had his buddy Marcus keeping me drunk for a week fucking straight.
I think he's.
So
I
he
think
got
he's
his
pulling
fucking
some old
one
dude.
fucking win and retired. I'm pretty sure he retired.
I think he's pulling some old dude that was on the Arm Gods podcast. I don't want to say this Monday, but last Monday. Unless it was this Monday.
Might have been this Monday because I was on last Monday.
So then it was this Monday. The guy that was on the podcast this Monday, I think Paul's pulling him. He looks like some fucking old dude. I don't know.
Well, who was that?
Couldn't tell you. But I heard them yapping about a match and Paul fucking going to slam him or something, unless that was talk, because I don't know. It's hard to understand Paul. You know, he's got fucking his yap is fucking, you gotta pay close attention. But I'm pretty sure he's pulling some old dude. Yeah, Scott.
It's probably all
Barrett.
talk. You can never trust a Paul.
No, his name is Scott Barrett. You know what Scott Barrett is?
No.
Well, there you go. So Scott Barrett versus Paul fucking shit breath Maiden. There you go.
So Paul, September, Arm Gods, Canada. You should make the trip.
Ooh, that'll be a good time.
who's hosting that? You are?
I'm also pulling with that event.
Football season.
Yeah, we're definitely going to be fucking throwing big old event, shindig, party.
It's gonna be a fucking nightmare. It's gonna be people's fucking nightmares. I promise you. Saying that's gonna haunt you for the rest of your life, whether you come back to Ottawa ever again or not. It's gonna haunt you for sure.
See, a guy like Paul with that sensitive liver having to drink those fucking ultralights, you know, I don't know if he'd fucking be alive after this. Like,
After a couple bottles of gin, a couple bottles of Brothers Grim.
I think deep down you're a lightweight, bro. I think you're a lightweight.
you are so full of shit.
I think you are.
That's like the first time you've ever said something not complimentary to somebody.
Evan's
I didn't
level of
have to like
drinking-
twist your words.
I think you get hammered after like 3 beers and then start acting weird and stay the same way the rest of the night.
Evan's like the Levon of drinking. Like if there was like an arm wrestling version of like booze to arm wrestler, he'd be Levon for sure.
Yeah, sometimes I might need a bit of oxygen, but I'm still the fucking man.
There you go.
You might be overweight.
Paul, yes, you saw me drunk as fuck when we were down in fucking Pennsylvania.
Yes, you were sloppy.
You realize that I had just fucking finished drinking like 15 ounces of whiskey after a full day of drinking beer.
Evan, you were drunk at 10 in the morning when I got there. And
No, I was drunk at
Sounds like
10
Evan.
o'clock the morning before I got there. Paul, I've been drunk since 2002.
Again, that's why I'm saying you're a lightweight. First couple drinks, and then you're like that the rest of the day.
Any day you feel like pulling out that wallet and finding out, Paul, any day you want to pull out that wallet and find out who can sit down and drink at the big boy table, you let me know. I don't want to arm wrestle you. Well, look, I'll arm wrestle you as long as all the money's on the drinking. You know, I'm not putting my money on the arm wrestling.
I'm good with that.
I don't bet. You don't want me to put my money on the arm wrestling match against you either, because I will cheat to win, and I will Tanya Harding the fuck out of it.
Hey, Osama bin Saplinkov says Evan is only the third best drinker in his immediate family.
Ooh.
Yeah, but we're not allowed talking about that because my two sons are far too young to be legally allowed to do it. So shut up.
Isn't your
Look,
brother?
man, you can't outdrink a fucking 8-year-old. Their livers heal within an hour. Fuck. And I got 4 brothers.
Yeah.
I'm the runt of the family.
What's the big one?
What's that?
Drink and arm wrestle.
You got to speak louder.
What's the big one that's a savage that can drink and arm wrestle?
My youngest brother. The
Yeah,
ogre,
that's
yeah.
right.
Bert.
Bert.
Yeah, that's a motherfucker. So I will out chug him any day. I will beat him left-handed arm wrestling, no problem. Whether I can drink more volume in a night than him depends on the night. There's definitely nights that he beats me. There's definitely nights I beat him. It depends on the night. Right-handed arm wrestling, something's up if I win. And but he is definitely always the drunkest. Always. He gets to a ridiculous level of drunkenness every fucking time. Like, I just can't get as drunk as he gets. I can't do it.
Yeah, but he's given you way more power bombs than you've given him.
No, that's the older brother. The older brother's the one that gives all the power bombs. And he's fucked up every choke slam he's ever tried, though. Motherfucker. Always lands me right on my fucking head. And then wonders why I'm fucking fucked.
Brett's sort of like when he drinks, he's sort of like a caterpillar going through a bunch of different levels of metamorphosis there. You'll start off as like Brett, then to Bort, then to he just keeps mutating, throughout the evening. He'll pass out on the floor, he'll fight the dog, the uncle, pass out again, have a little bite of some dog food, and then he's activated again, and he's a human owl. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your daughter.
He eats dog food?
No,
He does whatever the fuck he wants.
Oh man, I've seen him do some strange and fucking.
When you've got a
things.
300-pound man with fucking hands the size of Cleve Dean's, he just does what he wants. Like,
we filled up
best off just to walk away. Let him do it. Fuck it.
We filled up a super soaker full of gasoline, and we thought that was a good idea to be like a homemade flamethrower. And then the whole thing caught on fire. Then like he threw it in the fire and thought it'd be a good idea to go pick it up again while it's on fire and just kind of juggle it around for a while. Then he whips it again and the thing fucking explodes in the fire. It was pretty cool.
You still got the film of that?
Oh yeah, I got it. Yeah, HD quality, like 1080p. It's good.
Diesel is a much better choice.
Yeah. Well, you work with what you got in the valley. So.
Jamie, don't even fucking worry about the color of my wife's eyes. Just fuck right off.
And then the first time I seen someone do what do you call it there? The valley shot where you put a fucking lemon juice in the eye.
Oh, the Valley Tequila.
Yeah, the Valley Tequila. So you got to put a fucking whack of lemon juice in the eye. You got to sniff the line of salt, and then you take the shot of fucking tequila.
Sounds awful.
It'll fuck you up in a good way.
Every time. See, you don't even notice the tequila because after every time you put the lemon juice in the eye and fucking snort a line of salt, I will fucking pound shots of tequila all day. You don't even taste it because your eye and nose are burning so fucking bad.
It's sort of like a different version of like when you hit the ammonia. You're like, oof. Sort of like that. Yeah.
There, Paul. There's a challenge for you. Let's see how well
Body
you can drink
shots.
tequila in the valley.
Yeah.
That sounds
It's
terrible.
something that you do. It's something you do like once in a while as a party trick. It's not something I advise doing all the time.
Yeah,
for
it sounds
sure.
like something you
Yeah,
do
he
one
was pretty
time.
upset the next day when he
Yeah,
did
yeah,
craft
yeah,
dinner
yeah,
last.
yeah.
Strict craft dinner.
Him and Lemon did it though. Lemon did it with them. At least Lemon didn't let him do the shots alone.
There's a few people doing them. I got a video of the boys doing that on my YouTube there. But there's a few. I think there was 3 of them that did it.
Hey,
I won't
any
do
of
it because
you
fuck tequila.
guys coming down with BLM to the qualifier finals in Virginia?
We're working that out. I'm hoping to come down and watch, but
Yeah.
my sponsorship team's not a big fan of East versus West.
Ah,
Maybe his craft dinner.
It's I'm not a big fan of East versus. Well, I'm a big fan of the shows. I like the arm wrestling. I love arm wrestling. I'll watch any of it. It's just Ingen, that angry caterpillar. He's a fucking dickhead.
you got listen. Listen. We're going there to have a good time. Like
I'm all about that.
down and let's drink some beers there.
I am very interested in going and drinking beer with you fellas.
Yes. And who else coming? Who else is coming from Canada? Because I know BLM and Matt Mask and whatever else, but is there anybody else?
Well, that's going to be for the light heavyweights. Those are the
Yeah.
only 2 that you want to worry about in that light heavyweight division, basically. The heavyweights, I know Big Rick qualified, and I'm being a drunk piece of shit. Matt Mask's buddy, the heavyweight there.
Crowther.
Sean
Yeah,
Crowther.
Sean,
Yeah.
yeah, he's a fucking great dude. Those
Oh
2
yeah,
guys
yeah, yeah, yeah.
qualified.
I fuck with him.
I know.
As far as lightweights go, does anybody actually care about lightweight arm wrestling?
I mean, I do because whoever the hell we send over there should be able to compete, hopefully.
I care about it. I like watching it. It doesn't matter what size you are. You can still have a great match. And I'm always interested in, well, fucking combat sports. It doesn't matter. I watch the fucking 125 guys fight just the same. Sure, you might not see somebody's back get broken when they get punched in the ankle, but whatever.
Yeah.
They could still go, and they don't fucking get tired. There's some great matches, but the big boys is really where that fucking headline is.
Yeah.
So
Bro,
I just don't bother logging all that other information into my data bank.
How
I got
good
a
is
super chat here from White Wolf. So Big B pulling strongman Rob Frampton. That in itself will be off the chain. Sorry, Rick. Arm Gods Canada is going to be insane, Paul. You got to come up to this melee in September. Paul, your liver will fucking hate you if you do. I promise.
may never forgive you. Your whole body, actually.
I'm going to be there, Paul. I'm going to be there.
Great, Roy. Way to fucking convince people not to show up, you dick.
Oh man. Roy's gonna be there giving like free back rubs with like a sign. Like, yeah, whoever needs a back rub, just come see Roy. Yeah.
Just for the strippers at the venue.
There might or might not be strippers at the venue. We're unconfirmed, Paul. But I'll tell you, Canadian strippers are way better.
That doesn't surprise me at all.
You need to look up the law differences.
They're on the
Beyond
metric
close.
system.
Is it really?
Yeah,
Oh yeah. It gets greasy. It gets greasy.
absolutely filthy.
Yeah.
God bless their filthy, dirty horse souls.
Who?
Fairfax is
Oh,
actually
honey, I forgot you were sitting with me. We were talking about how much I love strippers. Look, they're not people, Paul.
You keep
Oh my god.
Strippers aren't people.
They are
They
people.
don't have feelings or fathers. Strippers aren't
They
people.
may not have fathers, but they have feelings.
No, they don't. They're not people. Honey,
Whatever.
Some of them are like stripping their
The men
way
are
through
talking.
college
Okay,
and
sorry.
stuff. It's good. I
You should
support
probably come, Paul.
hashtag. I'm gonna get that as a shirt. Like I support strippers. That's what I did. Yeah.
Are you saying they're like gingers and they have no souls?
Strippers?
Yeah, if those gingers had awesome titties that didn't wear clothes,
Yeah,
and you're allowed to touch them,
there is that.
and every one of them appreciates being spit on.
Oh.
Yeah. Roy's gonna get himself beat up quick. He's gonna think he's doing himself a good thing. Like, here you go. He's throwing out on the side. Oof.
Be on my
before-
best behavior.
Well, before we let you go, because I got a bunch of other people that want to get onto the show, and you stop talking.
He said
Also,
enough.
Did you just kick Paul Lynn off the show? Is
I'm
that what
about to
just
kick
happened?
Paul Lynn off the show because
Wow.
his alcohol intake ratio is just far too low.
Listen, I've been on here entirely too long.
Right, I
Well-
agree. So, Paul, oh, the motherfucker quit before I kicked him. Fuck you, Paul Lynn.
Wow.
Fuck you, Paul Lynn.
He didn't
I
even
have
say
never
peace
been
out.
so upset
He
with
didn't
Paul
even
Lynn
say
in
peace
my
out to
life.
the boys. It's okay.
Ugh.
It's okay.
I'm getting slow in my old age. I'm getting slow.
Goodbye, Paul Lynn. It was nice chatting with thee.
All right. But now we get to get the fun guests in. That
Who
aren't
has
Paul Lynn.
David Tomes been fucking DMing you like 40 times? Like, hey man.
No,
where's
no.
Paul
I
Lynn?
already talked to Dave and I told him that he'll be coming in once Paul's gone because you can't have a guest on the show and Dave.
No. He's Dave's sort of like that cow. Like, hey, have you heard the one about the interrupting cow? He's just like, moo.
They look nice.
Are you sure it's her?
Yeah,
She's-
that's a daughter.
She has green eyes.
What's wrong with you?
I don't know. Look,
I
I
know what
fucking
you're
never
talking
knew that
about.
my kid has green eyes. Whatever.
Oh, there he is.
There we go. We got David in here now. Cody T. Evan, tell
we
us
got
about
downtown-
Dakota
we got
Gold.
downtown
What the
David
fuck is
Tomes.
Dakota Gold Corp? Is this some drunk shit that I fucking made up one night that I don't even know about?
Maybe.
Okay, I can see three of us.
That's okay.
Oh,
That's
now
okay.
Was Dave having problems? Dave's always
No,
having
I see
problems.
two of them. I see
Can you hear
David
me?
Tomes and I see his audio, which seem like two separate entities right now trying to connect.
okay, that's weird. That's weird. What the fuck happened?
Oh, no, one
I
of
can hear
them
Dave. I can't see him.
James fucking Killian or something.
Oh, I don't know what happened there. I'm gonna leave and
Uh,
Oh, yeah, I remember
No,
this guy.
Jamie, the beer man's eyes are always red and bloodshot.
Was this guy that got super lit on the show that one time?
Yeah, with the shitty little bike.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, good times. What's up, man?
It's also a little weird that he's growing a neck beard.
It looks like
wait.
he
Am
lost.
I on the show?
Yeah, you're live.
Maybe it looks like he lost a
Oh.
little something in the middle there.
Was not aware. How's it
Well,
going?
you are now.
What's going
Welcome to the
on? We gotta
conversation.
change your fucking name.
What's my name?
Let's go with Big Slutty.
I don't know what's going on,
Bloody.
man.
Not bad.
Okay,
I got it. Don't worry.
You got it? All right.
Yeah, it's weird. Anyways,
There we go. Good
I
to
don't
go.
see my
Crazy Uncle Slutty. There you go.
well. I don't see my name or face, but okay.
Well, we see.
Well,
you,
lucky
so-
you, because we have to.
Yeah.
I know. I apologize. I'm sorry. Sorry.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm
But,
sorry.
You're gonna have to put
How
that
you guys
camera back
doing,
down
man?
a little bit because I was enjoying looking at those titties.
Hey, that's
Ooh.
yeah. No, yeah. But anyways, how you guys doing, man? How you guys?
Remind
doing?
me, what was that?
So here.
What was the size of that homocycle you ride?
It's a 900.
900, and it
Yeah.
can actually move you, right? With like you said, it's fast, but like with you on it,
It gets going.
or do
Sorry.
you like hire out like one of
Yamaha.
those horse jockey riders?
What?
You know, you hire out those little fucking 110-pound dudes to ride it so it actually moves fast.
No,
In the
it's
sidecar?
fast.
In the
It's
sidecar?
unlike the Harley, it's not built with like lawnmower technology. It has like a water
Is
cooled
my camera not working or
fuel
something?
injected. It
Turn it on, Dave. Yeah, gotta press start
Oh.
video.
Yeah.
It's probably got a line through it.
Fuck.
I sent
I'm
him
not-
an
I'm not
I sent him an
saying
invite to start it.
There he
So
goes. No, he's
there
got
we
it.
go.
He's got it.
There we go. I had to invite him to start his camera.
Thanks, man.
Uh,
I'm getting a
That's weird.
sidecar for my Harley, so don't make fun of sidecards.
I was gonna say, like, on the side to on a scale of 1 to 10, how uncomfortable is a sidecar?
We don't know yet.
Never been in one.
Here in Washington, you have to have a fucking endorsement for it, separate from your actual motorcycle endorsement. Your trike endorsement, your motorcycle endorsement, and your sidecar endorsement, they're all separate, and you have to take a
Take
class
over?
and spend
Why do you have to ask
hundreds
me
of
to go over
dollars
to your
for it.
parents' house? Do what you want. Sorry.
I have a friend that drives a Ural.
She's their
He
daughter.
actually-
I thought I told you not to talk to her whenever she's
Oh,
live.
never
Yeah,
mind.
she's their daughter.
I'm
and I listen to her.
live. Okay, but I'm talking to them. I don't want to hear you
I'm
talking to
just-
her.
Okay, well, it's her daughter. I don't care.
I told her not to watch the show.
Well, she does watch the show. She's beer daughter.
Friendly beer daughter's asking if she can come over.
No, you fucking moved out. You don't live here anymore. You're not allowed here now. That's what getting old and
Just
moving
keep
out means.
repeating it
You
in the
don't
chat,
ever come
like-
back.
She's like, can I come over? Can I come over? Can I come over? Can I come over?
Yes.
Jeez,
Uh-oh.
it sounds like a needy ex.
Uh,
Fuck. You moved out. You don't live here anymore. No, you're not allowed here.
is she living with that guy that got pronated by his wiener?
The one that Brett picked up by his dick?
Yeah, the one that almost, ripped
At
his
birthday
shit
party,
off.
Brett
Yeah.
grabbed Cody by the cock and picked him up and then started like pronator curling him. Yeah.
He pronated his cock right into his mouth for a second. And then he let him down. It was pretty weird.
He picked Tanya's boyfriend,
What have I
well,
got
husband now,
myself
but picked
into
him up
for
by the
fuck's
dick
sake?
and started
Yeah.
doing one-handed curls, like
Yeah,
hammer
yeah.
curls.
He literally was one hand because he was like 1 minute like corpse, like Night of the like Living Dead 3, and then all of a sudden he was activated. Then grabbed him by the dick, lifted him in the air. He got uncomfortable. The room got kind of uncomfortable for a second, but
I was
it
not
also
uncomfortable.
pretty
I thought
funny.
it was fucking hilarious.
It was-
You
exactly, it was
started
also
hammer
pretty funny.
curling a guy by his hammer.
Yeah, hammer
It
curl.
was fucking fantastic.
It was a first for me, so that was cool.
I said it's your
He's my
husband now.
husband now.
Can you get on the fucking chat?
She probably had to marry him because he's got a fucking crooked ass wiener after Uncle Fucky fucking dragged him up there.
Ain't nobody wants to deal with that ever again. Fucking
Oh.
Giovanni broken now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
Uncle Chuck's Uncle Fuckles, but
Yeah.
Oh, Uncle Fuckles was in full force that day, boy.
Hello, Crazy Uncle Jim and David.
What's
Good
that?
evening.
David, you look far too sober to be here, and crazy Uncle Slutty. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Umesh,
I can
Um,
remedy that situation.
Oh, we got a mess.
you might want to be quick, get those sound bites out that you got to get going about your event you got coming up, because you're wearing glasses and I can't have you on here for too long.
I'm just getting high. Okay, so June 10th, be strong arm wrestling 4. Jordan Sonev is gonna face Sanders and Devin Nutt.
What's the date?
Oh, I'm thirsty. Just a second.
That looks like a homemade cup.
What are you drinking?
Umesh, what's the date of these?
June 10th in Hamilton, Ontario. June 10th.
In what? Hamilton?
Yeah.
Yeah.
June 10th
That's
in
what I was
Hamilton. Devin versus
drinking
Jordan
after that.
Sonoff and Sandra Settis versus Jordan right-handed. Devin's going to be pulling a left-handed match.
Yeah.
Cool beans.
And if anyone knows RVJ, I'll pay RVJ, I don't know, $4,000 to pull Plamen.
To pull who?
Plamen Dimitrov from Bulgaria.
I'll pull RVJ for that.
Right on.
Winner take all. Look, I watched fucking RVJ's fucking last match. I'm pretty sure I could win that.
Maybe.
Awkward.
You can't win that, beer man.
Shut up, Roy. Go wait on fucking timeout till I want to talk to you.
Is the
fucking
event all super matches, Umesh, or is there going to be like a tourney like before and or after the super matches kind of deal?
Yeah, I'm going to put a tournament after the super matches because I could.
Nice.
But if anyone wants a super match, you're free to go. And there'll be like 4 camera setups. So if you want some clout and if you have an opponent, let me know.
Cool, cool.
Well, fuck all that clout shit. Can I pull the women's division?
No.
He
What do you mean
identified.
no?
He identified.
The fuck do you mean no? You don't get to tell me how I feel or what I identify as.
That's racist,
Oh.
Umesh.
You're from fucking Toronto. How the fuck do you tell me how I feel? Why'd you let me pull women's last time, Umesh? Why'd you let me pull women's last time? And now you're gonna tell me no. Precedence is set.
Yeah, he uses the other bathroom.
Okay.
I use whatever bathroom I goddamn want. You're not my real dad, and I'm a grown ass man or woman, depending on however I feel that day.
Yeah. He goes, he's like, how are we feeling today? He's like, get the panty.
Certainly,
Kenny.
certainly demonstrates the absurdity of this situation.
I would pull RVJ in that match for that money if he passes a fucking blood doping test that makes sure his testosterone is low enough and his estrogen is high enough. Then I would take a blood tested match against RVJ for money.
Yeah. The super heavyweight women's match. It'd be a good one to advertise.
I think you should go with the women thing, because here's the thing: you could make the Guinness Book of World Records as a woman as the ugliest fucking woman in the history of the world.
We're gonna have people picketing outside our arm wrestling practices if we keep that shit up like too long. It's gonna be.
I appreciate the joke you're making on this, but have you ever actually looked at the quality of women at any feminist rally ever?
Yeah, that is true.
Look, I will definitely be the ugliest woman at like most bars, but I am definitely the prettiest one at any feminist rally because my beard hides my face.
You're right. A lot of them look like Pete Rose in a flannel shirt.
Also, Crazy Uncle Slutty. I'm not sure if he's a better looking woman than me or not, but he's got bigger titties.
I mean, that's all that matters, right? That's all that matters.
David Tomes, if you don't hit your diamonds and chug a sparkle puff, you're gonna have to get kicked out of here. You are being far too blah tonight.
I know I'm being very boring. I'm just
well, he just doesn't want to.
I guess I'm waiting for inspiration or something, and I don't like
inspiration is one dab and two sparkle puffs away, my friend. I didn't let you on while Paul was on for a reason. Because you talk so goddamn much. And now that he's gone, we want you here talking, and you ain't doing shit.
He's already taken a drink. He's already taken a drink out of the skull of his enemy. Did you see it, Bearman?
I don't know if he was looking. But just a minute, I'll
Umesh, you cannot dance wearing those glasses. They're like the Bollywood version of Harry Potter.
Who said that? Welcome to the chat, Umesh. Let's start.
You're clearly not drunk enough to hang out with us, buddy.
This was the skull, Evan.
Crying.
That was the skull. Has markings on it, and some magical symbols.
They look like LGBT markings, Dave.
What's that? Sorry. And anyway, and you can drink out of it.
Why is it yellow?
I don't know.
It was his ex-wife.
It was clearly a smoker.
Yeah, it was a smoker.
Patina?
Yeah.
That's cool though. They got some Satanist shit on there, but
it's made out of resin. It's not a real skull.
interesting.
You just grabbed the skull?
Whatever. We know the true story.
That's pretty cool.
I just told you a true story.
Does anybody in the chat who knows who this Cody T is and why he's such a fucking weirdo?
Who? What?
I'm starting to think it's Roy with just how weird the guy is.
It's not me.
Another
Did you give,
alien.
I've
Did
never
you give like
seen
Mel
Cody
Gibson
T
like a
before.
quick blowy at like some like weird event in Pembroke or something? What's the sketchy backstory behind this?
Haven't been to
With me and
Pembroke
Mel?
in ages.
Yeah, Mel, exactly. Yeah. Okay. So
It's not something I'm going to talk about on the air. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
There's no way I was ever drunk enough on a live to bring that up. So this dude either knows something. Like,
Yeah. Clearly.
this is a family member or something.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Hey, did you see what Osama bin Saplinkov said? He said, Umesh, get Evan a match with Doug Ford. Winner takes Ontario.
I concur.
Doug Ford. Oh man.
Doug Ford get a heart attack. Just walk into the stage, man.
Yeah.
Get
Bad.
Dougie's brother and
Yeah. His
compete
cool
against
brother.
him. We'll see who can smoke more crack. He's the more experienced. But
But you
and I don't give up.
But you currently
I ain't
have
never
a
smoked no
heartbeat?
crack before, but I am positive I will beat a politician at that too.
Listen, that guy is
Really
the
never
greatest
smoked crack?
politician to ever have lived. That's all I got to say about him.
Why would I smoke crack?
I was just curious.
That would be dumb.
But I mean, if
What if it gave you like superpowers?
look,
for,
if you
like,
can
20
resurrect
minutes?
Rob Ford, I will have a crack smoking competition against the guy. But honest to God, if somebody can resurrect that dude and have him show up for a crack smoking competition, it'd be kind of rude of me to say no at that point. Like, I'll do it. Fuck it.
Marion Barry could beat him.
I don't know. Maybe like Mike Tyson could keep up, but I don't know. So a couple of OGs. Definitely a couple of OGs for sure. He was so fucked. I seen videos of him like talking in patois in like the hood at like Caribbean spots and stuff, like just flying on crack. Like it was pretty interesting.
Did Tyson smoke crack?
Who
Is
said
that a
that?
real thing? Did he really?
I'd be surprised if he hasn't ever.
I guess I would be surprised if he hasn't. I've never heard a story about Tyson smoking crack, but I've heard plenty of stories about him smoking cocaine.
Yeah.
Like just entire cigarettes full of cocaine.
Yeah, exactly.
Like a motherfucker. I think he was too bougie to get into the crack itself.
Bro, the guys from the birthplace of crack, fucking New York. And he was in that game. So who knows?
He definitely smoked 5 knuckles across Mitch Green's head.
Well, Mitch
Now,
Green
him
was
and
on
Mitch Green, they
PCP.
may have done some crack together. I'll be right back. I got to take a piss.
Mhm.
You gotta go. You gotta go.
So
Super
Umesh, tell us your story. How'd you get into arm wrestling, Umesh?
I just started arm wrestling. Tyler Bolzan taught me how to arm wrestle like 4 years ago when I was in university. I'm all right, but I was thinking, you know what? World's strongest man, Mitch Hooper. He's in Canada. He goes to the same gym as I do, and he's starting to get into arm wrestling.
Nice.
We give Beer Man a match. We put one match pay-per-view, winner takes all. I think Mitch Hooper would fucking smash Beer Man. What do you guys think?
And how long has Mitch been pulling now with you table monkeys?
No,
over
he's
there?
never pulled me. He just pulls Yannick like just slowly, like once or twice a week, and then just leaves.
How long has he been pulling for?
For like a couple of months, but he needs to pull at least like 2 more years to get good, I think.
Yeah.
I would love to see Brian Shaw once he retires from strongman to get into arm
Sure
wrestling.
he has. You didn't hear?
I'm pretty sure he's already retired, and he's been like actually arm wrestling training for like 2.5 years now.
He's got one more contest, his own Brian Shaw Classic.
Yeah, but he's
Fair
already been
enough.
training for arm wrestling for like 2.5 years. Like Derek Smith was out there training with him, and it's just a lot of fucking training that goes into it. You can't half-ass your way into competitive arm wrestling. And when you got a name like Brian Shaw, you better be ready to show up at your first event. Like if you lose your first amateur tournament and you're anybody else in the world, like nobody gives a fuck, you're supposed to lose your first event. But if you're Brian Shaw, you better fucking win your first amateur tournament.
Yeah, maybe. Probably.
Well,
Amateur
I'm gonna
tournament,
find
yeah.
out when the fuck he's doing it, and I'm gonna identify as an amateur that day. And I'm gonna fuck that dude up.
He would smash you like a beer can.
Maybe so fucked
With
up.
no training, he's that much fucking bigger and stronger than you. He would just crush you.
Right, and I'll beat his nutsack in until he talks like a little girl, and then we'll do the match again. Whatever.
With no technique or no training whatsoever, he's just that much fucking bigger and
Roy,
stronger.
I don't think you understand who my friends are. They're very powerful people, and they will Tanya Harding the fuck out of any match I need them to. I've had to talk them out of doing this when I didn't want it. I'm like, it's okay for me to lose this one. That's part of the plan. Trust me, I don't do anything by accident except get drunk. That's accidental. I just happen to really like beer and byproducts, whatever. But yeah, Roy, trust me, if I want to beat Brian Shaw, it'll happen. Fuck that guy.
FTG.
Yeah, he's not that big.
Who is Osama bin Saplinkov? That's a guy that you know, right? From
That
up
is a
there?
guy that we will never
That was
ever
a big one.
disclose his personal information on this show for.
But you know who it is.
Why asking so many questions, Roy?
Allegedly, Roy. Allegedly.
Okay, gotcha.
It got weird.
Does
Just
Umesh
got
know that
weird.
he's been talking for the last 10 minutes with his mic off?
Muted.
You just spoiled it. You just
I'm
spoiled
not-
it.
I
I
hope
was
I'm
on-
not muted.
Who's your favorite arm wrestler, Umesh?
John Brizik.
Scumbag.
Oh,
Scumbag.
that's what I like to hear.
Oh, man.
Beer Man is number five. Number five.
John seems like a pretty cool guy. I don't
Whoa,
know.
whoa, whoa. We're going to have to come back to this conversation.
Oh,
I
okay.
definitely want to hear about your top 5 list here, Umesh. I just got a message from my daughter saying that Roy tried to touch her butt. Are you fucking kidding me, Roy?
man.
Yeah, I did it all the way from 5,000 miles away.
Roy,
Did
you are a
pay
creepy
someone to-
motherfucker.
Oh, my goodness.
Well, fingers.
I can teleport like Nightcrawler.
Well, then you might want to teleport your way away from fucking arm gods. If you show up, it's going to get very uncomfortable.
Roy Butt Toucher Baker.
That's fucking weird. Is it because I spent a week inside of Ma Baker's that you would try this shit?
True, we were like running trains in there. It was crazy.
Choo choo, motherfucker. All right, Umesh, that top 5 list. Let's go again. I missed it.
John Brizik, Kirigali, Devin Larratt, Matt Mask, Beerman.
Okay, who's that first one?
So Umesh is clearly a gentleman and
Terrific.
threw you as a number 5 on there just out of pure politeness, and he's on your show. That's big of you, Umesh.
Nice.
Well, it's just
I like Beerman.
Yeah.
it makes
he
me
likes
think
him
less
like
of
you.
them, but whatever. Teach their own. If you're actually a fan of mine, you would probably fail an IQ test. That's all. But who's the first guy on your list?
Perfect
John
stop,
Blah,
John
blah.
Brizik.
John who?
Say John blah blah blah.
John Babbitts.
John Babbitts.
You know, I just fucking talked about that, honey. Who? John who?
John Babbitts.
I don't know who that is.
He's a friend.
John Babbitts. Babbitts. Okay, I know him. He's like shit. How is he your favorite? Like he's not even any good. He's only been arm wrestling for like a year. He's fucking terrible.
Yeah, he's a friend.
Oh, so like we just do the
He's a
friend
friend.
list.
Yeah.
Big B is my favorite arm wrestler of all time.
Oh, it's probably Kirigali now. Kirigali is like John Brizik, but like faster. So great.
John who?
Perfect stop. Perfect stop.
Yeah, Unger Baev is fucking incredible.
Perfect
Like,
Storm.
Yeah.
Can somebody fucking
Cobra
let me know what
Road.
the fuck he's
Like
talking
Cobra
about?
Road's in his prime, man.
He's looking at me like I'm fucking some weirdo that doesn't know what he's talking about. Who the fuck
Yeah.
is this guy?
You like John Brizik,
Yeah.
Beerman?
John
Why don't you
who?
like John Brizik.
I don't. You must be pronouncing his last name wrong or something. I'm not getting it.
Brizik?
What?
I don't know how to pronounce it, but it's like Brizik.
You pronounced it
no,
properly.
it's blah blah blah. Say
Oh, John blah blah blah.
blah.
Oh, that fucking dipshit.
Oh.
Yeah, okay, I know who he is. He's not bad. He was really good in the 80s.
Pretty good in the 80s, yeah.
Have you pulled him, Beerman? Like in before?
Hey, he,
Yeah.
he was in a.
I pulled with blah 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 at the 2015 MGC on the after table, and
Cracks me up.
wasn't that strong.
You?
Well, I mean, I was having my way in there.
Did you pull it? You pulled him with your left, right?
No, right-handed.
Correct. I mean,
His hand.
right-handed. Oh, okay.
All right, so enough shitting on the guy for no reason. Right-handed in the only time I've ever gripped up with him. the top roll was absolutely unstoppable. It was I was still like getting on my way up. Look, I didn't peak very high, you know what I mean? Like I never really got that good, but I was still on the way up at this point. And his hand was just like ridiculous. Like I couldn't tell. Like it was way too much. But, inside in the hook, it was. He seemed frustrated that he couldn't just go sideways through me, and then he just kept rolling me.
Okay.
Because he couldn't hook with me, but
I think he likes.
He was tired. He was
people,
tired. It was after a super match that he had against Matt Mass that day. He won 3-2, and then he pulled the tournament, which he also won. And then
Wow.
he was on the after pull table for a while. Like I said, I was not very. I've never been good enough to say I could pull with those guys, but the one time that we did pull, he was burnt out enough that inside I was A-okay. He was rolling me out at will, though. He just couldn't come through me inside there that day.
Now, maybe why he decided to retire about that time, Beer Man.
Probably. Fuck, if I lost to me and I was that guy, I'd retire. But the fun part about this is while I was arm wrestling with him, Crazy George is in the background yelling at him about being a pussy.
What?
Yeah. Yeah, no, Crazy George doesn't give a fuck. That crazy little Romanian prick, man, he doesn't care about fuck all.
He's
he
really strong,
John, about how he
tall
ducked
is
him
he?
for fucking years. And John's like, well, get over here. Actually, get on the table with me. And George's like, let's fucking go. So George walks up, puts his arm down. He's like, well, grab the strap. And John's like, no strap, let's hook. Now, John was just literally losing to me in a hook 10 seconds before. And saying, let's hook to George. And George's like, whatever. I'll hook with you right now. And then right after, we'll put the strap on and go outside. John says, okay. They go into a hook, and John easily, right through. George says, okay, grab the strap. John says, nope, walks off the table. While George is sitting there, fuming fucking mad. Anybody that knows George, I love George to death. But that's a raging fucking psychopath. Like, he fucking loses his shit. And it's hilarious. He was fucking calling John out 10 grand anytime you wanted. John was having none of it. I promise you, John blah blah does not believe he could beat Crazy George for real. He is not a good enough arm wrestler. He has all of the tools necessary to do it, just not smart enough or educated enough in the sport to get it done.
You don't consider John blah blah like one of the greatest of all time, if not the...
I think he is one of the most very gifted arm wrestlers to have ever lived.
Okay.
I also believe that he has had a ready supply of performance enhancing pancakes way before anybody else. And I don't judge on that, except for the fact that he denies it. But, obviously he's had a fucking incredible career. He is one of the best that have ever done it.
He's the GOAT.
No, he's not. Not in my opinion. I'll argue that one.
Who is?
Don't make me say it.
Don't say it.
I don't want to do it.
Say it.
Hey, look, I can't convince you to say shit. Fuck you, B.
Are you gonna say Travis? You're gonna say Travis, aren't you?
No, Travis is shit.
Yeah, Travis is like the biggest fucking.
Look, Travis doesn't make a top 10 list on that.
What? Come on, top 10.
A little bit of the ASMR in there.
No. It really depends. Look, if you guys want to go through a GOAT list, you're going to have to set out specific parameters for the judgment.
Well, there's a difference between a goat and a boat.
Oh, God.
The greatest of all time.
Yeah, because one keeps you floating in the water and the other eats fucking grass in a field, you dick shit.
Yeah.
The greatest of all time versus best of all time. Like, if you want to say who was the best in a single moment, like who was the greatest best at the in
Well, that's
one
totally
single moment.
So who has ever hit the highest peak ever?
Levon.
Possibly. You'll never fucking know. The boat is an absolutely
Right
worse
now, yeah.
argument than the goat is. It's fucking stupid. How the fuck could you ever figure out? Would
Different
Mike
weight
Tyson
class.
in his prime beat Larry Holmes in his prime? Or
No.
Muhammad Ali in his prime? Motherfucker, there's no way to find out. It's just an open-ended argument where opinions
Yeah.
matter more than facts because facts are irrelevant. You'll never fucking know.
Yep. It'd be
So
a
this boat
stupid
thing,
argument.
whatever. I wouldn't mind throwing out there though, if we're gonna have silly arguments like this, Earl Wilson in 2003 might have been the boat. That dude killed everybody like a motherfucker. Also, Umesh, do you like my lighter?
The cock.
Can't really see.
It's a giant dick.
Like
I
you.
mean, that's I wouldn't call that giant, but
It's
you
giant
take
for
it,
beer,
I
man.
guess.
Of course, that's when Crazy Uncle Slutty hops in. Is when we start talking about.
You know
dick
what's really
politics.
offensive about that? Nobody else shut in there that's I wouldn't call that giant except for this fucking dickhead. That was actually made off of my own personal mold. And
I like
I was
it.
real happy that nobody ever said it wasn't a giant dick until this guy.
You painted
So
it black to make
apparently
yourself feel better.
Oh, I
You,
thought it was a
you and-
pinky finger. Or
You
something.
insulted me without even knowing you were doing it. That was really hurtful. Now I really hate your bike.
Who applied the paper mache to your
He wishes he
Pathetic
was back
dick.
in that much heat.
It was a Joe mold, Roy. Fucking relax.
Come on,
Either
big
way,
boy.
let's fucking get off of this conversation of my little wiener.
Beer.
That's a good idea.
And let's go back to this boat conversation.
I'm gonna be on a boat
Pardon?
all summer, being the goat. That's all I gotta say. So there's that.
Pictures on it. Fuck the
I'm
boat.
gonna go visit a boat and try to stuff a goat's fucking legs into my rubber boots
That's different.
at the edge of a cliff.
That's different.
Interesting reproach to that one there.
That's the way you
Why
do
does
it.
Umesh look so
Way to
jealous?
celebrate your now, you know. Give her.
And I'm pretty sure Crazy Uncle Slutty is masturbating.
I am.
Well, look, now that we've got Cobra Rhodes joining the chat,
Oh, here he is.
before he gets in here, I would say I've got Cobra on a higher fucking platform for that goat conversation than John Blah.
Okay. Yeah.
And now that he's in, I'll never say another nice word about him.
What
Did
up,
you get-
man?
Hey,
Cobra,
Andrew.
what's up,
how's
you
it going,
fucking
man?
idiot?
What up? What's good, everybody?
Oh, we're just talking about who the best of all time is.
John Brezink.
There we
He
go.
said it was you. Beerman said it was you, Cobra.
I did not say that.
Well, there should be a weight class involved because, in my opinion, actually, well,
Well, if you're
all am
talking
I
about
about
the
to-
greatest of all time, it's got to be pound for pound. Like I said, you got to have parameters set out ahead of time. But if you're not talking pound for pound, what the fuck's the point of this? Then you're talking about the best of all time, not the greatest of all time.
Hmm.
So,
Who
yeah,
do you think it
I
is,
never beat John.
Evan? Who do you think
you've
it is?
never been within 30 pounds of him while competing.
True.
You also would have passed a drug test, as long as it only tested for steroids, right? Right?
Everything else. Yeah, right.
So, if we go through the panel, who has hit the very highest point that on that one day nobody could have ever beaten them?
Richard Lupke's.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Did he
How
do a
many-
lot of arm wrestling?
Yes, in arm wrestling. B,
Yo,
very best on that one day. If
On
you had to
that
pick
one-
somebody that would have beaten anybody else on that day,
on which day?
any day, pick everybody's best day.
Lupke's.
The best day. So who do I think would stand above them all on their best day?
Yeah. Levon's best day versus Lupke's best day versus Saplenkov's best day. All of them on their very peak. Who's the one?
He's right away.
Dennis Saplankov,
No way.
We're talking
Right-handed.
right-handed, not left.
right-handed. Yeah.
Yeah, Richard. would rip him up.
Beat Richard, but
Umesh.
I don't know. Devin always spoke about when They sent his
Rivas.
numbers at one point, like his
You know the
numbers
bot?
were just like off the. off the-
Revas that beat Dave Chafee. I think beats Levan.
Roy,
Me, Lincoln
I'd agree
Hawk.
with that.
Lincoln
Lincoln
Hawk.
Hawk. I
Yes.
knew I should have ignored you the entire time, Roy.
I'm
Crazy
such
Uncle Slutty.
Yeah,
Lincoln, of course.
Who's the very best at one day?
Lincoln Hawk?
I mean, if we're talking like the 70s and 80s, I'm gonna say Richard Lupke's, you know, when he was like had that skullet and he was wearing those zebra pants with his shit tucked in, and it was just
Zubaz. Zubaz.
Richard definitely goes down as the greatest ever for the best pants in arm wrestling. David,
rocking that skullet. Dude,
who's
the
that
dude
one
looks
guy
like
that
a-
had the very best day?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know, man. Rivas was looking like a fucking animal. I kind of agree with him. Like,
Is your name David?
who's David?
Shut up. David.
You mean me?
Yeah, you're the only one named David.
I think a really great moment was when Devin beat John Brzenk.
In 2008.
So we haven't had one repeat here. I got Earl, and you guys are all dumb.
Glad we figured that out.
It's
Yeah.
entirely possible.
Now, B, I didn't mean you were dumb. Like, I don't want to get beat up, but I just meant you're ignorant in this arm wrestling thing.
Allegedly.
Left-handed, I got you on that. I'm surprised that a full panel of 7, not one person said Gary.
I can't. No, Gary Goody.
Yeah.
I don't know. How about I was gonna say Clave Dean. Like, that's what I was gonna say.
Gary, I would say
Yeah.
Gary, except I'm 6-2 against him.
I'm not knowledgeable enough.
I want to see.
Well,
Cleve
Gary's got
Dean
the
on
winning
his
record
best
on
day.
John. You got the winning record on Gary. Obviously, you're clearly the greatest of all time, Cobra.
Shut up. No,
Oh,
I think on a given day, the best guy was Richard Lupke's probably, and he wasn't even an arm wrestler, but he would
It's
have
a strong argument. If that guy would have put half the time into arm wrestling, let's say Devin has,
Yeah,
I don't think it would be close.
Yeah.
yeah, he'd beat a silverback. Yeah,
Now,
He's
what about a guy like
massive.
Scott Norton?
Scott's got to be a top 10er, but I think activity. If you're going one day, Scott could have had one day that God couldn't have beaten him. You know,
That's quite the thing to say.
How
Well, I
good,
wasn't even born back then, so
and
How
he
good
and
was Dave Patton?
Dave was phenomenal, but he was a little dude. There's no way he was winning in this conversation. But he
Yeah,
is definitely up for that greatest of all time conversation.
Yeah, Dave Patton.
yeah, he was a beast.
Fucking phenomenal. Like, you couldn't find a hole in his game. That dude was incredible. So who else could possibly be up there that
If
we
you want to
haven't?
go pound for pound, if you want to go pound for pound, if
No,
you're
no,
gonna-
just
Pushkar,
we're still
Andre
standing
Pushkar.
at the best of all time.
Pushkar.
There's one
What do you
badass
think about-
who I've never heard talked about on your show, the big dick gangster from Canada, Paul Cicchini. This
In
guy,
the open weight category, we're still talking about that single best day. That's where we're still on.
Okay, so Travis is definitely
Travis's best day does not have him in the top 10.
I want to see I want to see Clave Dean on his best day. See where
Andre Pushkar.
Alan Kadev might be in the top 10.
Yeah, I agree
I'll
with
tell ya,
Umesh. I agree with Umesh. Pushkar. Definitely Pushkar could be argued.
Pushkar could have beaten a lot of these
Devin-
dudes
Devin-
and has, but is his very best day better than the other guy's day?
No.
Not Lupke's, no. I don't think any of them could have beat Lupke's when he was more just weird.
There's just so many all-time greats, and basically you're only talking super heavyweights if you're talking about who had the very highest peak ever.
Yeah, of course. It's got to
Right.
be monsters. Yeah, it's always a monster.
There's just a few that I don't think Allen should have been there, though.
But you know the most
The only time
incredible.
he ever held that top spot in the world is because blah blah took some time off, right? Right. Allen sat out
Funny.
during the tournament and then pulled the overalls.
Alan who?
Carry out. So he took the top spot in the world, but he didn't pull the tournament and everybody else did. So that's kind of a janky fucking situation.
Janky.
Let me think.
So again, let's just revisit the fact that it's incredible that to say Richard Lupke's that Cobra says it with such conviction when you consider that Lupke's really never practiced arm wrestling. He just lifted weights and got strong as hell.
Yeah.
Dude, if he showed up to a practice 3 times a year, that's a record-setting year for Richard.
Well, listen,
Yeah.
when I lived in Chi-Town is when we got into, I was with Zabel
What
and
town?
did the wrestling thing. Rich moved. He stopped his state job and moved down. He lived a half a mile from me in Chicagoland. And he would not arm wrestle, even though there was a table at his house. So I'd have little practices over at his house. And I watched this guy do incredible things with weights and just like weird things, and then play and Jolly Wop everyone.
What did he have a pulley system on his table?
No, it was all free weights. No.
Okay.
A pulley system. Get the Richard Lupke's, dude. No.
Oh, sorry. Fuck. Sorry, man.
Bench pressed and
What Richard needed was somebody
Wonderful.
strong enough to teach him you should listen to arm wrestling technique.
I was right there, but he wasn't having it. So I knew not to let him be. You know,
Well, nobody was strong enough to show him why technique was important.
he didn't care.
Right, because he was too fucking strong. That's honestly,
But listen, one thing, he knew emotion. He knew where he needed to be. You know what I mean? And he just happened to always be there.
Brute strength is always the
Yeah, there's no substitute for cock size, bro. You know.
well, I'm not comparing myself.
I mean, it just really is amazing to think. What if Richard Lupke's had a really good team that he practiced with? We'd be talking about him as the GOAT instead of John Brzezinski.
Who knows, man? The what if game is a slippery fucking slope. You can play that game all day.
I mean, we are literally sitting here having a what if conversation. So
Yeah. You want to go formulas, you need numbers like baseball, you know? You gotta throw them into a computer, you know.
So now that
I'll leave-
we're kind of through that best peak of all time, just the most impressive arm wrestler of all time. So you got to be talking pound for pound.
Sociable.
Who would be that pound for pound number one ever?
Ooh. Cobra Rhodes.
Fuck you, Roy.
Be in the conversation.
Suck-ass
Actually, you know what?
motherfucker.
You know what? I have to say, Cobra Rhodes. He was, other than Devin, Cobra Rhodes, well, and John Brzezinski, but Cobra Rhodes was my. Oh fuck, he's right there, and I'm gonna say it. He was my hero growing up. You know, like he was my arm wrestling hero growing up. I'm glad he went off to go do something else, and he didn't have to hear this shit. But like, yeah, I admire that fucker. I watched so many of you ever seen his fucking highlight videos? The way he's just fucking the top rolling, the flash pinning everybody and the exploding hand and shit. I admire that man very, very much. And I
Yeah,
hope
but Dave, how bad is he now?
how bad is he?
Like
I bet he's
really
still-
fucking bad.
Well, I
Like,
bet he's
we've got
Johnny
3
Walker?
guys on this fucking call that don't even arm wrestle, and Cobra's
bet-
still the worst.
I bet he's still. Oh, he might still
Yeah, I
be
don't
better
wrestle.
than me. You know,
3.
I bet he's better than me.
Nope.
I'll challenge him. I'll bet him $5. I'll beat him.
Cobra would beat you right now, Beer Man.
Did he beat Johnny Walker? Cobra beat Johnny Walker, right?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Like all the fucking time.
Yeah.
He
We
walked
have a
right over
three-minute
him.
match. It's the
Let's say
greatest
it.
match I ever lost.
He walked all over Johnny is what happened when they Johnny
Really?
Walker got walked
Oh,
all
that's
over
USA.
when Cobra was at the table.
Beast.
Oh,
What's it? Cobra Rhodes' background is a
Can anybody
breakfast
read what's on? Is it? What did he put in the background now? He puts all kinds of
It's a
different things.
fucking
menu.
breakfast
It's a
menu.
breakfast menu.
I'll have 3 eggs over easy.
I started
Sausage.
reading it, I'm like, I'm fucking way too high for this. And I stopped.
Me too. I'm looking at that shit like, what the fuck? It's hilarious though.
Hey, Beer Man, the beer daughter said send her the Zoom link.
Hey,
Yeah, I know.
Big B, where's that a breakfast menu from? Slancha. Slancha.
Come on, how many fucking squares can you have in there before we all become
baby.
minuscule
Is that McKevitz?
thumbnails?
Is that McKevitz?
Yeah, baby.
You know what it is. You know
You
what it is.
can't even read that.
Egg
That fucking-
sandwiches, I love that.
That steak sandwich from McKevitz was so gangbusters. Oof.
That's just the breakfast menu. I got all the menu. I got a menu from every
How
restaurant.
old am I?
Nice.
Tony Farina asked, growing up, how old are you, David?
The cod and chips were always on point. The
54.
fucking Chinese food was repping. The only late night shit.
Irish
All-
pudding.
All the cod was lit in fucking
But
Carlingford.
titties away. I'm busy. Like I'm online. I can't do a show with your titties out. Just put them away.
Hmm.
The committee's out. The committee is out.
Anybody else like super fucked up right now?
Hey, man, I just
Breakfast-
discovered a
breakfast
fun
and the
thing
McKevitz
I
were
might
always the
want to
thing,
go
though.
do. I'm gonna rig up my rod with some 50-pound tests, and I'm going out. I'm gonna go
rod?
after some channel cats, some channel catfish. I'm gonna go fishing for some channel catfish.
Some mudkins,
What do you do with the catfish? You fry that shit up or?
Well, tell you the truth, as although I can catch and eat as many as I want, if they're real big, I'm probably just gonna catch and release. Like
Well, the
if
bigger
you
the
wanna,
better. That's more food.
wanna eat a fish, if you want to eat any of our fish, it's better to eat
The
the
small
ones
one.
within the limit that the law allows. You know, like they have.
Oh yeah.
You're supposed to. We have
David,
limits. And,
David,
no,
David, hold up, David.
Never
Hey,
mind.
Mom.
There we go.
Hey, Mrs. Beerman. Hey, baby, come let me see your pretty little face.
Uh-uh.
I don't know. Cobra disappeared.
Oh, man.
We just came back.
I don't know what happened to him. He's just like disappeared.
Ghosting in and out of us. Here.
Many technical issues.
Where'd Roy go? Roy is a cupboard.
Roy's checking on the fucking foreign slave fucking thing he has in the basement there, making sure they got some water and fucking food.
How nice of him.
Yeah.
You little bitch.
Old Shake and Baker.
Hey, I noticed. I looked up Big B. I looked up. Oh, geez, what was it called? I looked up your vodka. Yeah, they sell it in LCBO.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
do.
I told you.
Hey, hold up, David. Hey, where'd that
What's
little
the name of the vodka?
The Brothers Grimm.
go, Big B?
A Brothers Grimm vodka.
So good.
Look, you want a real
Alright.
fucking vodka? This shit will ruin vodka for you. The Brothers Grimm.
I drink
Ultra premium.
Hey, that's what
It's like
everybody's
smooth.
saying. Yeah, that's what everybody's
I
saying.
told you, Dave.
I
I
mean,
got you
get
on
it.
I'm
the
telling
just
you-
let me know.
Vocabulary. Excuse me.
Take it from
I'm
me.
okay.
I
I am
am
okay.
an alcohol enthusiast. I am a big fan of the drink.
Samo, yeah.
But if you
Alcohol
drink that vodka,
aficionado.
just understand that all other booze
tastes like shit.
is undrinkable afterwards. Like you've got to go out after drinking a bottle of that and buy yourself a bottle of like fucking turpentine or something and fucking get a few mouthwashes into that before you're gonna even bother tasting another one. It's
Well, you haven't
Smoother
delivered
than,
my box of them yet.
Dave, I got a box in the garage with your name on it. So
Well, wait, how many are in the box?
yeah.
Whoa.
We'll have this conversation while not online. The
Okay.
last time I was coming
Okay,
through, I
later.
didn't have the time to
I
fucking
get it.
facilitate, but I will come
Yeet.
down all the way to see
Gotcha.
you hand deliver and give you your one-on-one coaching practice.
He does privates for vodka, by the way.
What?
Just not able to arm wrestle for another like 2 weeks.
It's almost
Who's
done.
You
taking a
see
shot?
this treasure that I'm buying, I'm probably gonna store it and cherish it. I may not drink
It's
it
too good to.
for a long time.
Dude,
might-
if something
you
ever
wanna
happens
get-
where that
wanna
fucking
get
It's
one
like
step
a- it's
vodka
like
line
a
comes off the shelf
Time capsule.
wherever, you'll be sitting on a fucking $1 billion worth of booze because somebody is gonna fucking realize how good that is.
Yeah.
with enough money to say, fuck
Oh, I
everybody else,
know.
that is all mine.
And so to me,
Evan,
it's like
I'll be the
it's like an
biggest shot.
investment. It's an investment into the future.
It
Take a
is.
shot with me. Take a shot, dog. Oh fuck.
Uh-oh.
That's
Here
pour
we
on my
go.
laptop.
Hold on.
It's done. It's open.
Just call her.
I don't have booze I could actually even take a shot with.
Fuck.
Oh,
Oh man!
I gotta go upstairs.
There you go.
What I got?
Oh my
boy.
God,
Good boy.
Roy, do you
Good
got
boy.
booze?
Hell yeah.
Listen,
Just take a pull.
my son
Like,
had a
sorry,
fucking
that guy
birthday
that just-
party, and
that guy that
all my
just
shit
left-
got rated to fuck.
That guy
That
that just
happens.
left. What's his
He's legal
first
age,
name?
so it's okay.
Yeah.
I don't know his first name. I don't know everybody's.
It's Umesh. It's Umesh.
Charlie Baba.
Dad, can I have this?
Umesh. Umesh.
Where's
Okay.
the-
And Dad delivered.
All right, Roy, you ready?
Ready, go.
Hey.
What else we got connected?
Is that Tom or do?
Umesh, Umesh,
Yeah.
what's
Yeah, I
the-
know. I see it.
Hector.
I'm not. It's connecting.
Oh, okay.
It's not me.
It's like
Oh.
$8 for this at the store. That shit's
man.
rough.
Yeah. Yes, Cobra.
city?
That shit's straight gasoline, dog.
He's from
Hamilton. I'm in
Toronto.
Hamilton. Toronto.
He's from Toronto, so he real close to Paul
Roy, I
Chikine.
know you're not chasing that right now. What the
Oh
fuck?
no. Paul's a fucking badass back in the day.
Yeah, Paul. Listen, if you're going pound for pound, guys, he's gonna be top 10, I
I
think.
don't need a dab,
Ooh, that's man, a top 10 of pound for pound list.
but I do need a dab.
I don't
You'll
know,
never
maybe
see
I'm a
two
bad
guys with
judge.
the same list.
Maybe I'm a better ass kicker than I am a judge, but I was always impressed with Paul. He did a lot with a little.
That's what she said.
I'm gonna be
Except
on
me.
that. I
Except-
performed an
except-
awful lot of
except
miracles
he's
with a
on
little
film.
bit to work with.
Except, no, I mean, like with his
Beer dog.
body type, except for like his
Yeah.
film career.
Yeah, I get it. I
No.
get it, yeah.
Hey, we have
I'm telling you right now, if you're
was
sitting
a
here
big
doing
hit
this
in
showing
Dallas.
part of your fucking forehead to get on the podcast, you're getting kicked out like immediately. You either show up, put your face on the fucking screen, or you're out.
I'm in my car.
I don't care if you're in your car. Are you fucking
Yeah,
driving?
Shut up, David. No one likes you.
Sorry.
I'm
Damn.
aware. I'm an asshole.
I like it.
I'm an asshole. I'm an asshole. Ayo, ayo, ayo.
But nobody's fucking putting up your nonsense of showing the fucking top quarter inch of your fucking forehead.
I miss
Whoa.
You can put all fucking 6 of your foreheads in the screen, or I'm kicking you.
I miss
Ooh.
Yeah.
No,
It's-
You got to the count of fucking
Looks like
three.
you see the- I can see the
So-
top of her visor
Yay!
or
Look
something.
at her go.
Hey, look, it's the beer daughter.
Roy, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, the beer daughter looks like a seat. Oh,
I'm
there
telling
we
you,
go.
Roy,
Okay,
if you even
behind.
start, all of
Behind.
George is gonna have a bad day.
my dear daughter.
Cobra, you too.
Hi, Cobra.
She's a minor, Cobra. Shut it.
I'm doing
I'm pretty
fine.
sure you're not even legally allowed to talk to her, Cobra. Put yourself in the waiting room.
Hey man, you got Roy on here. You can't talk to me that way when you got Uncle Bad Touch here.
I gave him the warning too.
I don't want to hear it, man. Hey, little beer
Oh,
daughter.
he does. It's funny.
Always.
She's not actually a minor anymore. I'm just protective. But
Oh,
I'll tell you this, Chris Gobby actually was sending very inappropriate messages to her when she was 16.
Let's
What a
invite
piece of
you.
shit that guy is.
Let's
Shocking.
invite you.
Hey, wait a minute. Is she really your daughter? She's way too good looking to be your
Chris
daughter,
Gobby's
bear
a
man.
piece of
You're
shit.
not-
He's
You're
a piece of it.
disgusting.
Actually, he signed the birth certificate. He signed the birth certificate, but it's not his daughter.
I want to let it go that Roy just said that. Roy said she's way too good looking to be my daughter because, I mean, that's his way of insulting me. But if he
Yeah,
tells me
but-
one more time
She
about
was
my
like,
daughter being
she
attractive,
called him disgusting.
me and I are going to have
So it was
a
good.
non-alleged problem.
Don't
Finger,
talk about
girl.
the baby girl.
What's this about? What's it on your finger, Ma?
What
are
up,
you
B?
doing? What are you
And married.
doing?
She got married at 420.
Yes, she did.
Hell yeah.
It snowed at my house on 420.
It was the very worst wedding I've ever been to.
Well, let me tell you something.
She spent
Beer.
more time
Let me
complaining
tell you
about
something,
how
Beer
this is
Daughter.
awkward and she's sweating
That
And
Then she did actually getting married.
So it was a sweating instead
Your
of a wedding.
grandmother
It
makes
was
the
a sweating.
sandwiches. in all of
Straight
Canada.
It
sweating.
wasn't a wedding. It was a
It was
sweating.
to the
Your
point.
grandmother makes
What
the
the-
best
David.
sandwiches.
Thank you, marijuana.
Short, sweet, and full of sweat.
Yeah.
Much
Sounds
like the
like my
consummation
sex
right
life.
afterwards.
Oh, I need to do something.
Oh, sorry.
Sounds like my sex life.
It was all the baby.
Allegedly.
I'm telling you, it was one of the funnest weddings I've ever been to. Her fucking husband was so fucking high, he couldn't
Nice.
even actually follow repeat after me instructions.
No way.
It's like, motherfucker, you don't even have to read it. All you have to do is say the words, and they're giving them to you one at a time. And
He just
fucking up, he was
awkwardly
that high.
staring at the guy who's doing the ceremony, just like super baked and just zoned out. He's like, "Huh? Like, where am I right now?"
Crash, ravioli, grab a dash.
I'm quite sure if he turns out to be a dickhead, we have video of the marriage that Tanya will be able to bring that in and say, look, this should be annulled.
Yeah,
Obviously, that guy was not legally able to sign for shit.
yeah. He lacked the capacity to contract.
He's not going out.
Roy,
has to be-
if
he
you have
has
to
to
come
be-
lawyer up on that scenario, that's the only time you're ever allowed to meet her.
Ever since Uncle Bad Touch grabbed him, he's had to be that high ever since, like all day.
Yeah, Uncle Bad Touch fucking did hammer curls off of her husband's hammer, and
Yeah.
now he has a medicinal reason that he must be high as fuck in perpetuity.
Man, mental. Jesus.
So
PTSD.
you really saw a guy get picked up by his dick? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, it happened
My
right-
daughter's
right under my
husband
eyes.
got
Yeah.
literally hammer curled by the dick. Yes, on my birthday party.
By her inappropriate uncle. Yeah.
My youngest brother.
Yeah.
That had
And
to
I
hurt.
guarantee you that guy felt demasculated because I've seen the kid's dick and I've seen Brett's hands.
What?
I don't know how Brett was able to hold on to it and pick him up.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
He
I
probably-
think you had it a little worse on that birthday, though.
oh man, maybe.
Buddy.
I guess.
I don't know if you remember this, but you walked in on us having sex in your bed that birthday.
That's
Oh.
how I know how big the guy's dick is.
Oh,
Yeah.
I can't
Unfortunately,
believe-
that's the one part I wish I didn't remember.
no.
I went because you were
How
going
is
to
he?
bed at
How
like
you
6
guys?
p.m.
How you guys
I was
not?
given
How you guys
edibles
not
that
like
were-
married in wheelchairs right now?
Look, I went to my bedroom to get my fucking bear pants because we were having a party. I needed the bear pants. I went into my bedroom. I had no idea that my fucking kid was in there having sex like
Why
a fucking
other
weirdo.
than-
Because
Oh
you were
my
sleeping
God.
in the other one.
Evan,
Scumbag. It's really
Anyways,
scumbag.
I
slap
fucking
him.
closed the door, made them put a blanket on because I needed to come in and get my pants.
Nasty
It's
bastard.
all being
I would have
recorded.
dragged his naked ass out of that bed and threw him downstairs back to Uncle Inappropriate. That's what I
Right,
would have
B.
done.
Now I understand where you're coming
Hello,
from, except I
sorry.
wanted him to take her so that she didn't live here anymore.
Okay. Okay. Method to the
Oh
madness.
my goodness.
Man, I was.
Break his dick
Umesh.
and then kick her out.
You-
That's good.
Oh, there's no way I could say that joke
No,
without being
really.
racist now that I called your name.
I love learning new things.
Hey,
But I was offering a giant fucking dowry.
You are a douchebag, Evan. That's what you are.
Oh man.
I was.
Yeah.
I am. Yeah, I'm a fucking douchebag. Look, is
Why are
anybody
you
in the
offering
chat
such
on the
abuse?
call unaware that I'm a douchebag? Because if you are, oh man,
very aware. Very aware.
would your
I'm
parents
also-
still be cousins if they got divorced? If you
Oh,
can't
yeah.
figure out that I'm a fucking douchebag,
Hey, Big B.
we got a
Have you-
problem.
Oh, this show's got me all fucked up on court TV, like the
Yeah.
any horror movie. I
What,
survived.
this show?
Yeah.
Dude, these
That-
people.
got
that's
you
why I
in
do
trouble?
Every Tuesday,
That's
every
what
Tuesday I
some of
roll the
these
dice.
I couldn't watch that show if I didn't know the people survived. You know what I mean?
You got to roll the dice sometimes, you know.
Mm.
Holy
Yeah.
fuck. And then the grizzly bear was crunching on my head. And
And every person that asks me what my show is, I just refuse to tell them, don't watch it. It'll rot your brain. I could never respect you if I found out you're a longtime watcher of this show.
Yeah, scumbag.
Fair enough.
I saw this one before. It's horrible.
All right, so I have a question. I have a
Okay
question.
now. I'm
Beer
okay.
daughter, what
Anybody
is,
else
Sorry,
want to
Mom.
talk? That's not Roy.
Beer daughter, what is Beer Man's best quality? What do you think is his best quality?
Why are
Walk
you
on the
talking?
Overhand right.
Charisma.
Guaranteed she answered with my overhand right.
Why did you try to talk to me about it?
Walking the streets
You
of
have a crush?
Yeah,
You
don't
have a
talk to
crush,
me,
Roy?
Roy.
She's married, for fuck's sake.
Pervert.
Jesus.
Oh, no.
Now, I'll tell you, the only cool thing that my daughter has ever done, like in her entire life,
Ooh,
Yeah.
was the night that she went through the comment section of Devin's live stream when he was in the Valley, and everybody was just talking shit about this beer man fella. And one comment in particular that made me laugh out loud when I read it said, guaranteed this is the kind of guy that goes home and beats his wife and kids.
Yeah.
I started laughing when I read this because I thought it was fucking hilarious. She got all pissed off, like, why are people talking about like that about you? Like,
Your daughter commented, no, not the
he
wife.
immediately got in the comment section and said,
Kids.
as his daughter, I can attest 100% true.
Oh, I remember that.
Like, so this
She
is
got
what
on that, said,
so
"Why
what
would
you're
you fucking-"
saying is that this is all
Hilarious.
full transparency.
You know, I thought you were gonna say when
We
you
call it a
bought-
soft release.
you should
We
have
just
used
let them
best
know a
present
little
ever.
at a time that, yeah, I'm actually a bigger douchebag when the camera's off.
Okay, best
Yeah.
present ever she gave you.
Wow.
Oh, for sure. Well, that's facts.
Moving
That's
out?
facts.
Lord.
Yeah, because
Oh,
you're
no,
pretty
the best
extreme when
present
the
she ever gave me was
cameras
moving
are
out.
on, you know.
Evan.
It's pronounced dad, you fucking asshole.
Oh my fuck.
It's on fire. She's
Lord
calling
dad
Roy
to you,
Roy.
you fuck.
Evan by his govy.
Speaking of the Lord, look what you did.
You know the proper title. You will use it when you address me.
Lord Dad.
I hate it here.
Nobody asked you to come.
You sent me the link.
You begged me for it in the chat and in private message.
Should have
Did you honestly think you were to get on this show and expect me to be nice to you?
No.
He's not nice.
The proudest day of my life is
Shut
when you
up,
moved out.
Roy.
Sir, father of daddyhood.
Holy.
Hey, Roy, just because I don't like my daughter doesn't mean I won't beat your ass because you pissed her off.
there you go.
Toblerone.
You couldn't whip cream with an outboard motor.
Toblerone? What?
Well, good thing I'm not trying to turn your face into cream, Roy.
Associate Toblerone.
That just made me want some fucking homemade whipped cream. On a pile of strawberries. Yeah,
Hey, B,
that'd be
how many
great.
rounds in slap fight would it take for you to make Roy into whipped cream?
Fun fact, did you know that Slap Fight are doing bigger numbers than any organization out there right now? And I'm talking about NFL, I'm talking anybody. Slap Fight is doing number one out of everyone. In
That
terms
is
of
It's
Man.
atrocious.
Don't
That is
don't
proof.
ever do that. That fucks a person's face up real good.
That is
Fucks your
proof.
brain
that-
up real good. I
That's
watched
You can't-
every single one.
You're
Well,
gonna
completely
get hit.
appalled.
You're gonna get hit and you're gonna get messed up.
No
Don't
kidding.
do slap fights unless you really don't give a fuck about your face.
That is proof that Idiocracy was a documentary.
Oh
No,
yeah,
that's
people
true.
used to drink Tide Pods and shit.
Whoa, I've never heard of that.
Really
but
liberals.
I hope no one.
I was
And
glad to see it.
disclaimer: don't drink Tide Pods if
You
you're
gotta be
watching.
kidding me. You've never heard the Tide Pod Challenge thing?
Yeah, remember
No, I
they used to
didn't.
do that? Those
Drink Tide
retards
Pods.
used to drink them Tide Pods.
Can't say retard on YouTube.
Oh.
Look, you know what? I'll make an exception. Because if you're fucking eating Tide Pods,
You got autistic.
Yeah.
You say that, right?
I think that would be
you're
not
allowed
a
to use the
good
retard
idea.
word if it's talking about people eating Tide Pods or my daughter.
Okay.
That's mean.
Okay, I was okay with the podcast. There's no one that matters is doing it.
She failed a chromosome
The
test.
liberals
Fuck's
doing it.
sakes.
I'm like, yeah.
No man.
Nobody with any common sense was doing it. So I was like, yeah, I was okay with it.
Did
Ma,
you
to do that?
Your wedding at the Hortons?
What have I gotten myself into?
No, seriously. Crazy Uncle Slutty, did you actually do it?
No, I said I was okay with people doing it because
Yeah, but
anybody
did you
doing
do it? No,
Doing
there's
what?
no way you're okay with it. You don't just give people
Doing
a
what?
pass for being that
He
fucking
probably did
stupid
the
unless
real
you
pod
did it.
challenge. He straight put that
No,
right.
I'm not giving them a pass. What I'm
No,
saying
so you
is-
did it though.
Fuck no, I didn't vote for Joe
Did
Biden.
you do it? Yes or no? Don't
No,
lie to
I'm
me.
not-
Yes or no?
No,
Did you?
No, I'm not
or did you
liberal.
not inject a
I'm not a
Tide
snowflake. I have a
into
brain.
your
I have common sense. I'm
Yet
just saying,
here
the
you
people
are on
doing
my
it.
fucking show. So you're really speaking in oxymorons,
He's-
which makes
he's
you more of a
smiling the whole
moron
time
than an
while he's
oxy.
talking About
I
getting
just said I was
doing
okay with
strange
people
things with
doing it
Tide
because the
Pod.
people doing it were fucking, you know,
The
what
alleged,
you
the
said.
alleged people that might be on this call right now. Talking currently.
You know, it makes me really sad that I think Umesh is the smartest person on this show because he's sitting there with his fucking mic off like these fucking idiots.
Enjoy the show, man.
What do you
He
mean
has a front
these
seat.
idiot? What are we the idiots then?
Yes,
I don't know,
David.
dude.
And
Yes.
you had to ask the question to figure out
Thanks.
what I meant. You
They
are
are the-
definitely involved.
It's true.
Thanks.
I just want to know who's going to take another shot. Who's taking another
Glad to
shot?
be object, or how do you even call it? Like labeled.
Welcome to the club.
Right.
I
All
know,
I have
I-
is this coin troll bullshit and
Thanks,
some
Andrew.
blue carousel.
I mean-
Love you, bud.
How imbecilic are we all to even be fucking up our Tuesday?
I
Yeah.
I just want to understand how the fuck 8 people have nothing better to do than hang out here.
8 people.
Yeah.
How many people are watching?
don't know. It's Tuesday and I was just having a beer and stuff.
There is just no way you could ever pretend to be cool tomorrow unless you're guaranteed they didn't watch this show.
Ain't no future when you're fronting, man. We
Are
just
you
all
not? Are you not drinking?
Nobody
alcohol?
watches
a beer
this.
daughter and a pretty Miss Lady that I married in Ireland.
Did you
Uh-oh.
really?
Yeah, I performed the ceremony, David. Yeah.
You Wow.
I was there, man. I seen it. I seen it.
I was there, but only live. I watched
I'm
it.
tired of listening to Cobra fucking call fucking you names.
He did. Did he call me name?
Yeah, he called you pretty.
Uh-oh. He's sensitive
That's a
tonight.
bad thing.
Yeah.
I'm surprised. I'm surprised Roy has.
No, you are way too beautiful to be
Come
called
on.
pretty.
Oh, geez. Is Cobra? There's so many.
That's like calling a genius a smart guy. Like you can't fucking no. That's bullshit. You're way too fucking beautiful to be called pretty.
Don't call me
Fuck
a
that guy.
genius.
Yeah, way to
Don't
go, you
look
suck
down
up,
on
beer
me.
man.
Guys, trust me. When you look like me, you got to go above and beyond to get laid.
Oh, he's back. He's back like hook crack.
I performed a lot of things in Ireland.
Cobra,
And wait,
the
He
next one's
performed-
not a waiting room. Like
He performed a bit of karaoke.
what else?
I see him perform a bit of karaoke. I see him perform some ceremonies.
Dulcet tones flow. That's all.
That was karaoke. I can't see shit, but
Him and Pascal were getting busy with that mic at one point.
I've heard about stories about Cobra and Pascal having some fun.
Oh, here we go.
Oh no, I'm just.
Here we go.
But Ed,
Actually, what's up?
Oh man, Pascal.
That was like the
cool dude.
that's Pascal
I
is
gotta
a
choose my words carefully on this because
real.
Cobra and
wanna
Pascal
tattoo-
are both legendary
Hey,
arm
man.
wrestlers.
Listen, we were running
But
the thing in the 80s. I mean, babies were getting swallowed everywhere.
What?
I said babies were getting swallowed.
I've heard about an
Cobra?
incident where Cobra
That's what
and
I thought
Pascal
you
were
said,
say
but.
left-handed arm wrestling.
There we go.
Go on and gargle, then. Roy, stop
Cobra,
looking at her
You want
like
to tell the
that.
story about that? What
Uncle Bad Touch, knock it off.
Anybody else get a
are you
message?
fucking
Uncle
kidding?
Bad
Tanya,
Touch.
You can't stop whacking.
why are
it
you
on the
sending
mic.
private messages to Roy?
Bear daughter rocks.
What the fuck?
113. Bear daughter rock.
What?
Share some of his DMs.
Apparently, Tanya needs to send you private messages that only the Zoom
Pick
call
up the
could
box
see
because
about you
I'm-
sending her inappropriate messages.
Well, mommy
I
got
have done no such of a thing.
Sounds pretty
Allegedly.
bad.
Listen.
Allegedly. Is there
Picture
something
right
in here?
beside
I'm gonna
beer
check this
daughter
tab
on
real
my
quick.
screen.
You see how Roy doesn't even go to allegedly, right? It's
What am I
straight
doing,
denial
B?
at all times.
Evan with his old
Why am I here?
thank you.
Look at that
Thank
thing.
you. Did it put me beside mommy?
What? Oh, he's gone
Don't
again.
worry about what he said. That guy is none of your goddamn concern.
Oh,
We're back.
Another message.
hey, baby, welcome back.
You didn't go anywhere. Wait, did you go
Bro,
somewhere?
I'm going.
You
You're
know,
here the whole
I'm
time.
traveling. I'm traveling every second here.
I mean, if you scared,
This is
'cause
getting
I'll
quite
handle it, you
chaotic.
know?
Tanya, honey, are you smoking
Uh-oh.
fucking your vape pen in your car on the internet?
Why would your husband like not approve of?
Why
Your
is
answer to
Roy
this
doing
is
that?
it's the
Why is
fucking
Roy
nicotine
doing that?
only one.
Yeah,
It's my nicotine only one.
good girl.
What else would be in it?
That was the right call, right, Roy?
Yeah.
Don't you
Yeah.
ever fucking talk about
Shut
my kid,
up,
Roy.
Roy.
Shut up.
What else would be in there?
Yeah, that's good.
Lord have mercy.
Hey, dear man, do you have any daughters that are not married?
Yeah. The one that's fucking 13, Roy, you fucking weird cunt.
Don't
I
get
hope
bad.
my phone camera
I'm
isn't
kidding.
very
I'm not
good,
kidding.
'cause my
Roy.
eyes probably look like
Happy
shit.
Thanksgiving,
That one
everybody.
I actually
Where's
care
the
about.
kid?
He threw a bit of
Don't.
bait out there.
Don't.
Oh, Roy's so
Oh,
good with
don't
the
look
kids.
like
They
that,
just
Tanya.
love him.
It's not a surprise that I don't care.
Is Uncle Roy coming? Is Uncle Roy coming? Mommy,
Oh,
Shit.
man.
Wait,
Oh, man.
I want to bust a nut.
Jessica, I'm about to drive there.
Oh, man.
Fuck shit.
Oh, fuck.
Hey, Big B. I'm doing my own shit.
What
Yeah,
is
yeah,
what is
yeah,
Beerman
yeah.
doing off camera? What is he doing?
That's
What is-
my bamboozle.
well, you know what
Is
he's
Uncle
doing.
Roy coming?
He's
Taking a
upset.
piss.
Asking questions.
He's
Hi,
upset.
Mom.
Hi,
It
baby.
takes him a long time. Oh, there's my baby. Hey, Ma.
Shut up,
Hey,
Cobra.
Cobra. I'm not gonna do
How do
that.
I kick
I'm
him?
not doing
I
that.
love you, baby.
Get on the
I
couch.
love you.
Cobra's so nice.
Cobra,
I'm
Yeah.
kicking him out.
Yes,
Who is?
I love
I'm
you.
fighting somebody, you motherfucker.
Oh,
And
man.
you lock the bathroom door, put a wedge in it.
Hey, Andrew, what's the name of that movie? Is
Put
it
in a
1914
pisser down
or
here.
something?
Fuck you.
Oh, man. Yeah,
I hate him.
What?
He's such a killjoy.
Know the video?
And Andrew, what is the name of that movie you're in?
Which
like
one, baby? Which one?
1914 or something?
Hmm?
What's that movie you're in? It's like 1914 or something.
I was just auditioning for
How many,
19
Dave, we got to talk about this every week.
television
Every week.
series.
It's in
I'm
there
trying to
somewhere.
listen.
It's in the files.
Okay.
You mean the
Spoken-
film, the documentary that I did? Bass
No,
Reeves?
he's talking about
Emancipation film.
emancipation.
Emancipation.
Okay. I'll keep an eye out for it. Okay, then.
Yeah, don't worry. I don't know.
Right. He was sharp right there.
Put it on with next for the big dick gangs. Mm-hmm.
DDG.
Yeah.
Always moving forward like a river.
Roy,
Yes.
what's happening? What's happening? Come on, Doc.
You want to hit another one?
Oh, fucking.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, Doc. I still
Boy.
got a little bit of this motherfucker
Well,
left.
Uncle Sweaty's found himself a drinking buddy.
Yay.
I guess, I mean, I could,
Oh,
I'm
boy.
I guess I could use a little bit of liquid bread. Now I'm seeing you guys.
I mean, David
always talk
Jones,
to
there you go. There's a shot for
Oh
you.
shit, that looks just like you.
What
Is
am I
that
looking
you?
at? I
The
don't know
first
what I'm
beard I
looking
ever
at.
grew.
I might not see that on the phone. I don't know.
That's the first beard I ever grew, right?
Is that actually you? That looks just like you.
I don't know if I have to swipe on my phone to see
it is.
something else.
That's what's up. That's badass. Huh?
Nope. Nope.
That's cool.
Yeah,
Nope.
first beard I ever grew, big brother. Crazy uncle.
Yay.
You
I
grew
just,
a beer?
I've been growing
Yeah.
this.
No, I you never see me with hair like this until I had that, but that was 18 months of growth. Never trimmed, never nothing.
Oh wow. I've been
All right,
growing
so I
this
have a
for-
That's how
question.
long it took for that. But you did that shit you got in 2 weeks, right?
I have a question. Umesh, what is your favorite soccer team, Umesh? Football, soccer.
Man U.
Real Madrid, Man U or Real Madrid?
Man U
What?
for me.
Brazil.
Who's your favorite?
Yeah.
Who's your favorite soccer player
Man U
ever?
in Milan. AC Milan.
I don't watch soccer much, to be honest.
You don't? What?
Who gives a shit
I
about
watch
sports?
like the highlights on YouTube like once in a while.
Fucks.
That
What's
bar.
your favorite sport, Amish? Amish.
Arm wrestling, man. I love arm wrestling.
Hey, okay, there
Arm
you go. That's a
wrestling.
good answer.
Yeah, well,
Same here.
yeah, it's almost
You
like a
need- you
glad.
need to- you need to
Arm
find
wrestling
something
is
else to
almost
do,
like a
bro.
gladiator sport, isn't
Be
it?
productive in
Almost
life.
like a gladiator
Be
sport.
productive in life.
It
Fucking with
is
this arm
like
wrestling shit.
person
It's
at
like
versus
amateur.
mano a mano.
Hey,
Am I tripping
hey,
on acid or something?
Nobody dies in
Total
arm wrestling.
gladiator
though.
sport.
hey,
Nobody dies in
Umesh.
arm wrestling,
I
though.
mean,
Umesh,
Umesh,
Umesh, let
limbs
me ask you
can be
this.
broken. Limbs can be broken. Like
Yo,
tendons,
We need to
muscles
keep
can be
like
ripped.
4 people at a time talking at once.
Okay, bye.
Hurry up to beer.
I'm trying so hard to even understand what David's trying to say.
You will
Oh my
never
God.
ever figure that out. One,
Unless you speak,
you
unless you're fluent in
have a
Sparkle
very
Talk, then you
rudimentary
don't
understanding
know.
of the language of English. And two, David's fucked.
He's
No,
That's why he's one of my
man.
very
Like,
favorite guests.
ask me a direct question.
Where
What
does
is
your
the-
hairline start?
What is the average? What is the average rectal temperature of a three-toed sloth?
Do you know who Ted Neely is?
What's the
I don't
He
know,
failed
man.
at
Google
both
it.
direct
Google
questions.
it. Google it.
Do you, David?
What?
Know who Ted Neely is?
97.8 or 98.9.
He Googled that pretty quickly.
Good
He's a
lord.
child.
No,
What the-
Crazy
Hey,
Uncle Slutty
David,
did not
you ever
even
listen
Google
to
that. He just
98.9?
happens to know that.
I
So he
said
knows
those
where to
things because I was
pre-warm
reading
the
something.
condom
It's a
to.
nut.
Hey,
What
David,
is
you ever
the
listen to
temperature?
98.9?
Really? Oh my God.
One at a
107.9?
time. One at a time.
6 at a time here.
No,
6
you
at a
never,
time.
you never knew those numbers existed, did you? Karen.
I know of all
Has
numbers.
hey, David, has anyone ever called you Karen?
No,
Karen.
no.
Okay.
How about-
Amber? How about Amber?
Amber.
You heard that shit before?
No.
Speaking
Okay,
of these
good.
random names, Cobra,
I've
I
never
actually
been
forget
called
what your
those
girl's
things
name is.
before.
Oh, Rebecca?
And they don't, and those,
Is that what it is?
Are you
Doesn't-
talking about the girl who
doesn't
you
resonate.
Was that the one that you brought to Ireland with you? Or the other
Yeah.
one?
Yeah, the girl that's 24 years younger than me.
Yeah, but I mean, there was the one that you had with you in Ireland, and then there was the other one that I met
That's
you
my
with.
girl. That's my girl.
It
Your
wasn't
wife
the same
knows.
one.
Yeah.
The Ireland one, though.
What?
The Ireland one, not the other one.
Which country? Which when you're saying
Right,
another
in
one,
Ireland, the
which
girl that was
country?
with you in Ireland. Which one is
Yeah, that's
that?
the girl. We're here right now together. Mhm.
Okay, but that's not the one that was
That's
with you in
those are
Philly.
the shoes I wear every day.
Allegedly.
I'm curious about these weird questions you just asked me.
Well, you ask for questions, man.
That was like 5 minutes ago.
What's
You
in my
you
pocket?
curious about yourself? I help you
Look,
figure
they
it out.
Googled what the fucking temperature is, but you still haven't been able to figure out where the hairline starts, and no
And you
amount of
never answered
Googling is
the
going to help
question.
that.
You asked to be questions and you haven't answered fucking none. Quit your grin and drop your linen, man. Come on, follow through.
Oh, trucker.
Don't tell us about the labor pain. Show us the baby, David. Come on.
Oh, fuck.
Jesus.
That was cool. More
Yeah.
two
Yeah,
shakes
that
of those
was-
flanks, ladies. Any more than that constitutes pleasure, and we're not in that business.
I think Umesh
Yeah.
has hit that
From the
bong
business
far
of
too many
pleasure?
times. He forgot how to speak.
Right.
I was going to ask
versus Crazy Charts.
Umesh, do you know who the Great Gama is? The Great Gama?
Oh yeah, I know. He's like the best Indian dude.
The fuck is that?
He did like
Great
300.
He's the number one.
Amash,
Star of arm
what
wrestling
city were you
in
born
India.
in?
He's not actually very good,
No, he was a.
but he's got a lot of fucking followers. Like he
Yeah,
is
shit,
far
shit.
more famous than Devin is.
Umesh, what city were you born in?
It's called Madurai. It's like in
What
South-
region?
That's a weird way to say
Tamil
Toronto.
Tamil Nadu. Tamil Nadu. Tamil Nadu. Yeah, they speak
Were you
Tamil.
born in Pakistan or
Closest
India?
big city.
Chennai is pretty big. Chennai.
I don't know where to draw the line on what's being racist.
I'm just asking brother where he's from because I've been all over.
Toronto. He's from fucking Toronto.
I moved out of
Toronto.
Toronto, man. I moved to Barrie. I live next to Yannick now.
Alley?
Indian accent.
No, I'm from Tamil Nadu, like India, Tamil Nadu, India. It's like
How
south
far
of.
from Guwahati?
Oh, it's pretty far.
Wait,
Like,
you're not
How
Canadian?
far from Bombay?
from Bombay, it's like a 3-hour flight, like a 2-day drive.
A 2-day drive. India ain't that fucking big.
Bullshit. It's
India
huge.
is vast, my friend.
Canada's bigger.
India's
Yeah,
fucking
Canada's
big.
way
India
bigger.
is
Fucking
vast.
Ontario's bigger than India. Don't give me this shit.
Canada's the
Yeah, but
second
I mean,
biggest
India is
country
really
in the
catching
Half
up.
the
world.
world lives in
Infrastructure.
India.
Really, really a beautiful, beautiful place.
Half the world
Guwahati,
lives in India.
Assam. I have a lot of family in Assamese owners of the tea gardens. Assamese.
Yeah, Assamese arm wrestlers are really good. I think Assamese and
Yes.
Kerala arm wrestlers are
My
the best.
dog
Yeah,
playing
yeah. I
tennis.
did a seminar there back in the 90s. But
Arm
I-
wrestling wasn't even a thing in the 90s, Cobra. Shut up.
it
Oh,
was
Max,
like 91. But be quiet when I'm on your channel.
what would you compare the
Wonderful.
arm wrestling
I
levels
had,
in India versus
I
here?
tell you,
I don't know because I
had
never
one
arm
of the-
wrestled in
one of
I
the
never
most.
competed in India.
This is like right after I was working for Boston George's guys. I go over there and found out how numb a beetle nut can make you.
Okay, I don't want to hear anything about that. I want to go back a little bit and hear all about when you were working for Boston George's guys.
I only drove a Corvette. That's it.
Oh, BJ.
From Providence to New York. That's it. I didn't know what was it.
Yeah,
like
we're
it.
gonna have to get you to make up some stories to go with that.
Oh, it'll be in the book. Just the book's coming before I come.
Yeah, just look, as long as you say allegedly or this is a character I'm playing, it's perfectly legal.
Right. Yeah.
Hold on, I got a
is
super chat here I gotta get to.
This
Silky
is
Wilkie with
only
a
for
$20 super
artistic
chat. My man,
purposes.
Silky Wilkie. I just practiced wrist curls with my dog playing tug of war with a rope.
Nice.
Hits were a good workout and far better than Cobra's not goes. And it's a great pronation practice when he jerks violently side to side. Am I onto something? Pit bulls or rots next? Look, anything is better than practicing with Cobra because that
Yes.
dude fucking sucks.
I suck. I suck. I suck.
I even threw a little seasoning on that super chat. That's good.
That was word for word. I read that thing verbatim.
Allegedly.
Great. I love it.
Did I
I'm
fuck
so-
something up?
No,
No. I'm just
everything's perfect right now.
That's
We
all.
got
Oh, look, I'm a little fucking drunk here, but
I've
I'm
even
pretty sure I read every word.
Have a sip of booze.
I read every word that was written.
Have you even had a beer yet on the show?
I haven't seen him drink
seen him
anything.
do one shot.
Yeah,
though.
you
Well, he
pussy.
hasn't.
He's looking around like there's a beer around, and
I'm just
Has he
counting
even-
empties. Like,
Has anybody ever seen him take a drink in the past hour or two?
Nope.
I don't think he's
No,
had
he
a
hasn't,
single
right.
sip. I think it's been a dry show.
He's just. How do I say it?
Shot down.
A bitch.
Shot down.
I get what you guys are doing here.
That's not
You
what
see
I
that I'm all
said.
drunk and you're trying to convince me to get all fucking blacked out drunk. I get it. I do it to David almost every Tuesday. I get what you're doing.
Yeah, he makes
Evan.
me fucking guzzle. the
Look, if I
Sparkle
wasn't
Puffs.
drinking,
and you
I wouldn't
can't
be
guzzle
talking.
the Sparkle Puffs because they're very strong,
Mark Parks.
and it really
I'm
hits you
still
quick.
gonna try one of those. I'm gonna go grab one of those fucking sparkling.
LCBO, the
fucking
beer store
pieces.
doesn't have them.
Big B,
Yeah, I know.
are you saying we're gonna do a Sparkle Puff showdown next Tuesday?
Oh man,
Fuck
no.
yeah.
Because
Fired up,
I
Buttercup.
probably have
B,
things
I
gotta
challenge
do on
you to
Wednesday.
go pint for pint on the Sparkle Puff with me
No, I can't. No,
next Tuesday.
not with
Wait,
you.
what does the winner get?
No,
But
no.
plan
no,
ahead
no.
for Wednesday to
No.
get canceled.
I'll be
I
there,
can
but
already
I can't.
taste. I haven't even
I'll
tried.
be
Can we
there,
make
but
this
I
like a
will not.
competition?
in my mouth already. If I do
Would
that,
I don't
Just
know if they have
fucking
sparkle
listen.
parts in my store, but I can get something equivalent. We should have a competition.
I wish we could ship some to the States, but I don't know if it's allowed.
so Dave, where do you acquire all your sparkle beer?
LCBO.
LCBO, buddy.
Okay, I'll have to go.
You
to
can
the
even
island
look
and
up
check it
Well,
out.
I can get
online
them in
which
Pembroke, so
store
yeah,
has
yeah,
how many.
Yeah,
Just look
I
it
like
up. LCBO in your fucking area,
Dude,
and then just like you can see how many each store has. You can
I like-
even if
I
you
like living
don't
life in
like
the
it,
old school sometimes.
how hard is it to crush through a dozen beers you don't like?
Oh fuck! I do that every Tuesday.
Because I fucking hate the taste of beer.
I thought you drank
Well-
Guinness most Tuesdays.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm talking about a dozen beers you don't like. Now, I happen to really like Sparkle Puff. It's actually a fucking tasty beer.
Yeah, but do you think you could drink 12 of those?
I'm happy. I'm happy.
I
now
have
that
never
you said that.
successfully drank 12 in one night. No.
No, but I'm
Don't
saying
you don't need to. Like 4 or 5 is pretty damn good.
4 or 5 is just I'm getting the whistle wet. Like that's like,
Yeah,
That's
try
an
4 or 5
appetizer.
these.
brother. I'll drink 4 or 5 Hennessy bottles. So your Sparkle
Yeah,
Puffs are bugs
slow
all the
Hennessy,
down, bro.
Hennessy
I don't
bottles.
know what it is.
I don't know
Five
what that
Sparkle
is.
Puffs. Well,
Come on,
6
B, don't
Sparkle
do
Puffs
that.
is about 17 beers.
It's a very good beer buzz,
The
dude.
problem
It's
is,
a very, very
Six,
good
you're
beer
saying,
buzz.
you're saying if I drink
6?
6 Sparkle
Yeah,
Puffs, that'll be
yeah.
like having
Aim for
17
6.
beer.
Aim for
Yeah.
6. Aim for
except
6.
wait. Now that's only a direct correlation. Like if you were to do math as if
Teenagers,
1 + 1 = 2, but
teenagers.
that's not how alcohol absorption works. If you want to do a little bit of research on this, I'm
We
sure you
talked about
don't.
it. We
So
talked
you're
about it.
probably just going to take my word for it, which is a bad idea because I will flat out lie to people. But in
Because
this
I'll
scenario,
do
I'm not
6.
lying. The best alcohol absorption rate, if you want to get drunk as fuck, you want to be looking for alcohol levels of
Yeah, we talked
like
about it. Yeah.
17 to 20%, right? That's where
That's
you're
the
going to get your
big
best
stuff,
absorption
like,
rates. So
yeah,
40% booze,
Sport
if
and
you're drinking the same volume of alcohol, not the same volume of booze, of fluid, but the same volume of alcohol at 40% or at 5%, it's probably about the same. But that 17 to 20 is actually a far higher absorption rate. You will get far drunker. That's why that wine drunk hits you a little different.
yeah.
You get drunker as you get closer to that range. It's just the best absorption
Threshold.
rate that you can get
6
to.
6 tall
So-
glasses of wine, I'll start feeling a little giggly.
Yeah,
A
hell,
10.2% beer is actually far stronger than 2 5% beers because of that absorption rate.
That's
Well,
correct.
I'm gonna get like.
Roy,
6
did you fucking Google that
glasses of
shit as I was talking?
No, I told you that a couple weeks ago. I was like, look, a fucking 10% beer
Well, I
is
don't
way-
listen to you when you fucking talk, but I had one of my nerds tell me this and I checked it out and apparently he's right. Also, I never remember
Evidently.
anything you've ever said because it's always on the show and I don't remember any of it.
Whatever.
Your dear daughter, are you still there?
Cobra,
No.
that's a minor, you fuck.
Yeah, hey, I'll slap
Hey,
the fuck out of
minor.
you. Hey,
Oh,
listen, bro.
minor.
Tell us a story about your pops. Tell us a story about him, some shit that he don't want you to tell. Go on, shit on him now.
Go ahead, you're on the spot now.
Well, she's doing
People
pretty
wanna
good.
hear it.
Listen, girl. He'll slice my fucking throat, man. He'll
There's
slice
so much
my
to
throat.
choose from.
So fuck that dude. Give us some
Which one are you
shit
gonna go with?
when he shit on
Which
himself.
do
Tell
I
that
not
one.
want told?
Tell that one when he shit on himself.
Well, this would be
How
story
about the
number
one where I
It was
chased your friend
oatmeal,
down the
started to
street?
eat it.
I
Tell that
have a
one.
worse one.
Then the one I chased your friend down the street?
Louder.
Way worse than
Louder.
that.
Evan, shut up, man. Let the girl talk.
Jessica, when I said, don't get mad.
Which one?
Was
Hey,
it the one you were standing out the bedroom door?
No.
The recording?
See the
No.
defendant trying to run his mouth, eh? Be
So
quiet, man.
this
Hey,
one
man.
time,
I don't want Mrs. Bearman included in this story at all. I need Evan shitting on himself.
I tried to unalive myself once,
It's
and
hard
in
to
the
do.
hospital, Evan.
Oh man.
I don't know. She fucking cut out.
Evan, what? Evan,
You
what?
Oh shit,
Evan,
boy.
what?
I don't know what happened.
I'm so A-B, I shouldn't be on here up in
I
this.
didn't do it.
I should.
So I guess you got a big ladle and you're just stirring.
Oh my-
man.
What the fuck's
Yes,
going
man.
on, man?
And here I am.
Oh,
Where'd
man,
she
some
go?
technical difficulties.
I don't imagine. Poof.
Dude, Ray.
She
Tanya,
might
where'd you go?
She might have ran to Granny's to get my egg sandwiches.
Oh man.
Where'd she go?
This is just redonkulous.
Hey, what? What you think? What you think, Mrs. Bam?
I didn't do anything.
What are you doing?
Well,
All of a
this
sudden,
is
she's
to
not on
me.
the show anymore, and all of
You're
her
not on
chats
Sydney
are like
Blah
not
blah
showing up.
fucking blah blah blah.
I'm gonna get some. Hey, David, you gonna pick me up in that fancy car?
Yeah.
Admiral Picard.
You gonna pick me up in that fancy car when I
You
come?
say you're Captain Picard?
Filming.
Yes, whatever airport, Ottawa or Montreal,
is
I'm
going on?
equidistant between the two.
Yeah, guess who's coming to dinner? Drive me straight to Evan's dinner table. There.
Cobra asked Tanya to tell a
I can
story,
do that.
and she just
I
fucking
know the
disappeared.
address. I can
like,
do that.
I don't know
If
why
that
Cobra
is
would
a
ask somebody
plan,
to tell a story
if you-
like
yeah,
that.
send me the itinerary. Easily done. Piece of cake.
Why did Cobra have to go too? Like, where is everybody going?
Very much disappear. Very much mystery.
I don't know. And if fucking Four Eyes doesn't start talking, he's gonna have to disappear too.
Oh, man.
I don't have glasses on. Oh, it's not me. Okay.
Right.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
David,
Roy took the
you're
glasses
insecure.
off. That means Umesh better say something fun real quick.
Rose like, oh, I'm getting a migraine.
Why are you pissing in my sink?
Anybody.
Hey, from what I just okay, wait. From what I just
You've been
gathered,
shelled.
I think
I'm not.
Cobra Rhodes is planning a trip to Ontario.
Allegedly.
Look those away. I'm online.
Allegedly.
Umesh, what is your very favorite story that your
I have no idea
borderline allowed to
when.
tell
It could be like 10 months from
from
now.
arm wrestling?
I don't have any story.
So you just love arm wrestling that much that
Say
you hire
anything.
big names to show up to your events. You haven't had one fucked up party. You actually do this without partying.
So
You actually
Omed,
enjoy
the
arm
Brothers
wrestling
Grimm-
that much that you don't
The
even want to
Brothers
party with
Grimm
these
needs
guys.
to host the next Be Strong tournament, and you'll have lots of those memories. I promise you.
Yeah, let's go in Ottawa, Pembroke,
Yeah,
Ottawa.
it'll be live.
Yeah, I want to come to your birthday party, beer man, this year.
You are not fucking qualified to show up to my birthday party, Umesh.
Oh fuck,
They're,
Dude, I promise you, you would have to write a letter home before you even come, explaining why you've died and you'll never see anybody again.
Oh
Like
man.
you just wouldn't live through it, man. We drink far too much.
It's a lot.
It's
a
an
lot,
unhealthy amount, even for seasoned professionals.
and you got to be ready to do stuff you
Even
don't want to do.
Even force.
Umesh, you don't want to come to my birthday party, buddy.
Okay.
But if you'd like, you can come to my Canadian wedding. Turns out you get married in Ireland and you want that shit transferred over, it's like $3,000 worth of paperwork. But I can get remarried for 50 fucking bucks.
Very, very cheap.
Why'd you do it? Like you almost like
Because we were in a fucking castle. Why would
Yeah,
I
I
not
know,
get
and-
married in the castle? Look,
Okay, I
the
don't wanna
redo for
repeat-
50 bucks, I don't care where that's done.
well,
But we're
yeah,
gonna do it
I
over
don't
an arm
wanna
wrestling
repeat
table
again
at the
my,
Arm Gods event this summer. So kind of still badass. I mean, not as cool as like in a castle in Ireland, but whatever.
yeah.
Umesh,
I was
you
the
can come
maid
to
of
the
honor.
wedding where we
I was
don't
the
get
maid of
that
honor at
fucked
that
up. It's
wedding.
only
I
a
just want
party,
that to be
right?
known.
You can't, you won't make it through a birthday party though, buddy.
No man, like I just don't want to reiterate
Two
again.
liters of
how
Johnny
happy-
Walker in a night.
When you got
I've
married
had
in that
2 liters of
castle,
Johnny
that
Walker.
was when you got married in that castle.
You
That
need some
was
Adderall
really,
or something.
I think that was really fucking cool, man.
Wasn't it?
Yeah, it was cool, man.
Nope.
I was the fucking maid of honor at that shit.
You were best
Lit.
maid of honor that stood at the
What a
end.
good girl.
Best maid of
What a
honor that was
good
at the back of the
girl,
line
man.
ever.
What a good girl. What a good girl.
I had to keep a glimpse. I had to keep a glimpse on things. I had to keep my glimpse on everything.
Well, he was also security. They got to be at the back so they can see what's going on.
All the way till we got to where
I was
Right.
situationally, I was in the best spot possible.
You can't work security with people behind you. It doesn't work that way.
No. Especially when
You're
like
supposed to stand
people
beside
like
me.
I'm not going to mention names behind you. You really got to
I
watch your
need
six.
something. Oh, here it is.
You're man, you're married in the eyes of God, and that's all that matters, buddy.
This is
Oh yeah, that motherfucker wasn't allowed being mentioned at our wedding,
It
but
wasn't.
Sure. I mean, look, if I'm
My
wrong,
girlfriend's gonna
cool.
hate me.
but if I'm right,
Uh,
Umesh, seriously, you don't want to
Oh.
go to my birthday party.
I was so rough that day. Oh.
I'll come.
What do you mean rough? Like hungover rough?
Actually, you want to know why Umesh should be there? If he has his camera to document this fucking wild hog shit that's gonna be going on. Yeah. As long as you can stay awake for like 2 days, then you'll be okay. Even if you're gonna take a nap, just set your camera down in like a good position. Just record some shit while you're napping. Yeah. Because it's fucky. I'm telling you, like if we had some of this shit actually, like if we had one of his birthdays recorded, it would have like you could have sold it.
Just one.
Dude, if we had that birthday recorded,
Oh my god.
we would all be in prison.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, it was that was something.
I don't know fuck about shit. I'm just going with the flow.
It's you just, you gotta, if you're not used to a certain level of things, and you got to know how to take it too. Like you got to be like eating and like, I mean, like you can cram a couple bottles of water in between. That's pretty good too. But you got to keep up your carbs. If you want to keep drinking, you got to keep eating. Because if you don't, then you're gonna
Hydration
pass
is
out.
key.
Like we were chewing on fucking moose jerky and chicken pie. Like we were fucking snacking and eating crazy cake. Like we were drinking like champions, but we were also eating like fucking champions.
Cheesecake. I'll eat a whole cheesecake.
Extreme protein. Like he had a fucking
Cheesecake?
massive rack of
Cheesecake.
just fucking moose jerky. It was like a moose jerky buffet. You start getting a little too fucked up. You go grab a big hunk of jerky. You're like, take a bite out of it. Next, you know, you're back in the game.
Have you ever noticed nobody makes jerky out of chicken?
That's because chicken
Why
fucking
not?
sucks.
It probably hurt like eating fucking like shatter.
Chaser.
Jerky. I want some fucking jerky. That's what I want.
I should take you guys to Indian food.
Halal. Keep it straight halal with the turkey.
We had some good fucking jerky. We had some good fucking food, but we drank a ton of fucking booze.
I wish I
it
could have some
was
good
good.
food sometime.
We had all those hot sauces and we kept just pairing the meats with just different kind of fucking sauces, and whatever level you wanted to go to is there. If you wanted to bleed out your asshole, you could do that, you know?
I did.
I don't remember.
Yeah.
it.
I did.
He's like, cheers. He's like, cheers.
Well, I have a fridge full of, I mean, a very vast array of hot sauces. The
Dude,
hottest
if you had a
sauce-
better hot sauce collection than I did, I would be impressed. I had a beer fridge that only had hot sauces in it.
Yeah.
I had
Okay,
76
I got a
different
lot.
hot sauces.
How's your tolerance?
He's
You
even,
need-
listen, he has the best tolerance in the world. He's even been intimate with hot sauce, if you know what I'm
What,
saying.
pepper
Oh,
tolerance?
Dave, have you ever heard the story about how I use
Capsaicin tolerance?
Dave, have you ever heard the story about how I use an extreme hot sauce as lube?
Oh my god.
Yeah.
No.
Well, it was you.
Well, and I
This
hope it was
story never gets old.
consensual.
It's a
I
I
classic.
hope it was
Well, it's definitely about
consensual.
you, but I wasn't going to throw you under the bus. You
Who
did.
else are you gonna be fucking?
I was going to say it was a long time ago, and back in the land of Wizards of Oz or something. So it wasn't you. Okay, it was definitely her. But does everybody not know this story?
Tell the
No,
story.
Like,
Tell
I've
it.
heard
Not
like 12
yet.
times, and it
Fill
never
us
gets old.
in, motherfucker.
Okay, I'll tell the story, but you guys got to shut up and listen.
I'm gonna
Because
go get a beer.
normally she's not drunk enough to let me tell the story, and she has
I wish
never been
my
drunk
phone
enough to
could
let me
be
tell the
louder.
story with her sitting here. So this is going to be a fucking Piccadilly here.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so I am a big hot sauce enthusiast. I've
Me
loved
too.
hot sauces my
I
entire
used to
life.
make it.
For a long time, I went around from like pub to pub, wing joint to wing joint. I could not find a suicide sauce hot enough that I said, I can't deal with this. Never seen it. So my cousin, this is way back in the day. Internet wasn't really such a big thing. He found this hot sauce on the internet called The Source. Now it's thick as fucking molasses. It comes in a 1 ounce bottle for $150. You open the cap, you pull the cap off, and there's a dipstick. and it's got this thick tar molasses like shit on it, right? And if you want to taste how hot it is, this is meant for industrial cooking. It is 7.2 million Scovilles.
It's disgusting.
Police issue fucking mace is 3.5, and
I
this
thought it
is
was
7.2.
but
This shit
okay.
is
Anyway,
crazy. You got 3 different waivers you got to sign just to fucking order
yeah,
this.
yeah,
The box
I
comes with
understand,
rubber
yeah.
fucking gloves. You want to see
Yeah.
how hot it is? You pull the dipstick out
Yeah,
of the bottle.
well,
You touch a
you
toothpick.
can buy
Tip
you can
to
buy
tip.
you can buy 9 million. You can buy 9 million.
Well, you can now, but you still got to sign waivers. Anyways, so this is way back in the day. This is fucking 15 years ago. You touch this tip to tip, and you touch that little speck on that toothpick to your tongue, and you're gonna have a bad day. It is that hot. It's meant for industrial cooking. You put 1 drop into anything, and you're fucked. So we took a drop of it and we put it into a liter jar of mild salsa. Nobody could eat the salsa. It was too fucking hot. We took that liter of salsa, put it into a giant vat of chili, like fucking 6 liters of chili, and only 2 of us could eat it, and we were sweating our piss holes off. It's fucking hot.
Yeah.
So
That's
we're
what
eating
they
wings,
call
and I've got
Scoville.
all of these fucking
They
Dave.
call that Scoville heat units.
yes, Scoville units. That's how you measure
And-
spice.
And yes, if you have a
7.2
cup of
million
stuff-
is fucking crazy hot.
well, yes, and well,
Well,
you
pure
should see
capsaicin
the
is only
shit.
16 million.
You should see the beautiful, painful shit in my fridge, man.
Are you really cutting off the very best hot story you've ever heard to talk about
Oh,
your
I'm not
fridge?
cutting anything off.
Well, look, I don't have to
love
tell the
your
fucking story. You
I
guys
love
asked
your
me to tell the
story.
story.
I'm saying
I don't have
I
to tell
think
the
I
story
have
if you don't want to hear it,
hotter
Dave.
Sauce.
Go
I
ahead.
think I have hotter sauce
Okay.
in my
Story
fridge
time.
than you do.
You don't.
Oh. Hot sauce challenge.
Anyways, I was just giving a little bit of background information for people that don't know how hot things get, right? That part wasn't meant for you, Dave, but I'm so glad you interrupted me like a fucking asshole. Are you going to let me finish the story or not, Dave? All right. So that was just background information so other people understand how hot some of this shit gets. It is fucking ridiculous. The first time I ever tried this stuff, I took, they did the tip to tip thing. Try that, Evan. I'm like, I'm not even going to taste that. Give me a fucking solid amount. So they put like a teardrop size onto the toothpick. I tried that. I puked my fucking guts out. It was ridiculous. You don't know how hot shit gets until you fucking find out. I'll tell you this, that show Hot Ones, I would walk through that and laugh at them. It's a fucking joke. Except for the bomb and the episodes that they use Mad Dog, because both of those are disgusting. But outside of that, every other sauce on the Hot Ones challenge, I love them. I actually have the Last Dab hot sauce in my fridge, and I will eat fucking 2 dozen wings with that shit on it. It's great. This shit gets real hot though, and if you know, you know. If you don't find out the way I did. It's terrible.
Or I
So there's
I
this
got
sauce
hotter
called Dave's
shit than
Insanity
that.
Sauce. It won 10 years in a row the World's Hot Sauce Challenge. It got banned for life because they lied about using extracts in their hot sauce, and that's why it tastes like fucking diesel piss, but it's hot as fuck. Anyways,
Yeah, you don't
we
want it
go
to be
through
all
hot
floral
sauce
and
challenges.
shit.
So the whole arm wrestling team would
don't
sit
want it to
down
be all
after
floral.
practice every Tuesday night, and Pizza Hut would do these deals where they
I'm hungry
deliver
now.
these buckets of wings for like $18. And I would
Okay.
pull out the entire fucking fridge with a hot sauce, and everybody on the team that was doing the hot wing challenge would pick one sauce. We'd line them up from mild to hottest. And we would fucking, you dump this hot sauce on the wing. Everybody eats one. You rinse the bowl, do it again until you get up there. Once we get up to like the Carolina Reaper level, that's when the kids got to go to bed. This is grown man time. This is where it gets hot. So a couple of nights, there's one particular night, one of my buddies decided we want to go with the Source Straight, 7.2 million as a sauce to douse a wing with. This
I
is fucking
can't.
ridiculous.
I couldn't take that.
house, outside, fuck you name it.
Yeah.
No,
I
no,
was able to
yeah,
sit there,
but-
stone face through it. The only reason I was able to sit through it is because I just enjoyed watching everybody else lose their fucking minds. It was hilarious to me, and how much pain I was in didn't matter that much.
Just spill that over your tongue. 7.9.
So I would pull this dipstick out, it's full of like this tar molasses, and I would spread it on each one of the wings. Everybody ate one, everybody cried, and then everybody had to go to bed and leave my house because they were puking. It was terrible for everybody.
Milk doesn't help.
I loved it. We then went to bed. We also had a good bit of booze in our bellies. We laid down in bed, and I'm all fucking drunked up. My belly's hurting. I just ate all this hot shit. And she like snuggles her butt into me. Boop, boop, boop. Hey, honey, you want to fool around? I'm like, well, yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, just got my period today, so back door tonight.
Can't believe you said that.
You said that. I mean, you can't believe I said that. You're the one that said it.
Shut up. Come on.
She wanted it in the butt for anybody that didn't understand. Yes?
Yep.
Okay. So I'm like, okay, yeah, I can deal with this. I reach over and I grab the lube.
boy.
I lube
Oh,
up,
boy.
right? Dave, shut up.
Oh my fucking God.
I
What?
loop it all up, right? Like, in we go. Okay, you know,
I'm
you
sorry I
gotta take it a
haven't
little
been
slow.
not talking enough.
I'm kind of a big dude. I got to take it slow, work my way in. I finally get all the way in. I am balls deep, 2.5 inches up her butt.
And
Right?
your
All the
beard
way
and your
in.
beard is growing.
Shut up,
slowly
Dave. I'm telling a
but
fucking
surely.
story.
Oh,
Right? So I'm balls deep, 2.5 inches in here. And I'm on my second pump thinking, fuck, did I grab the Warm and Sensations lube? And I reach over and I grab the bottle of lube that I use, and I'm like, nope, no, that's a regular lube. And I realized what I just did. I didn't wash my hands after playing with that stuff. Right? So, you know, like water and gasoline, if you mix them together, they're like, right. Hot sauce and lube, do not do that. They mix together very fucking well. It was everywhere. She had hot sauce of that degree, 2.5 inches up her butthole. And I had it down my fucking piss hole. Down my fucking piss hole. We were 3 seconds into butt sex, and she jumped up out of the bed and ran out of the room screaming. She
I've
climbed
almost
into the fucking
humiliated to
bathroom,
be
and she's
part of
losing her
this
fucking mind.
conversation.
Now I'm sitting here laying in bed, wishing I had a cheese grater, because if I could remove the top fucking inch of my dick with that cheese grater, it would hurt less than what I'm dealing with right now. I'm in so much pain. I'm not even worried about what she's dealing with. That shit was 2.5 inches up her butthole. Right? That's got to be terrible. I don't know what to do with myself. I am fucking crying. I'm in so much pain. So I call all my friends in a fucking group call so they can hear about how fucked up I am right now.
Bathroom in the sink.
She ran into the bathroom, climbed onto the sink to put her butt, or climbed onto the tub to put her butt in the sink so she could splash cold water on her butthole. Why would you do that? Why would you climb onto the tub to do that instead of just
I can't
getting into the
believe I'm
tub?
part of this conversation anymore.
She wasn't even making any
Fuck, man.
sense. Yeah, it was fucking horrible.
That's one of the
Long
greatest
story
stories
short, long story short, get it? Long story short, because I'm cutting it down. 45 minutes later, everything comes back to their senses, and she walks back into the room. Now she is stark naked and
Can't believe-
angry, standing in the doorway looking at me like, you motherfucker. Because we did tell jokes about this when we found out how hot this was. Could you imagine taking a random home from the bar, putting some of that on your condom before doing
Oh
them?
my God, never.
Right? It's a joke. You'd never actually do that to somebody. That's fucking terrible.
You did that to your
Mike?
wife.
I did it to myself. There's no way I did that on purpose. And she was so mad at me. And like, you motherfucker. And I'm like laying back in bed. I'd stop burning. I can think straight now. I don't want to fucking remove the end of my dick with a cheese grater. I'm like, look, honey, I understand how terrible this must have been for you. And I don't ever want to do it again, but holy fuck, is this not a great story?
Like,
Don't you ever tell anybody, Evan. I'm like,
say, tell
honey,
everyone.
I knew you were going to say that. So I made sure I posted the story on Facebook before you got here. So too late.
True story.
It's that bad.
Oh, back
David,
up.
you still have to shut up though.
What?
I want to hear Umesh talk now because
Oh.
his reaction was fucking hilarious.
This is crazy. That's the best story I've ever heard. Oh my God.
Right?
You know what? You know what Umesh is thinking? Umesh is like, what the fuck is wrong with white people?
Okay, well, that was
Everything.
racist and funny, Roy. So I'm not going to give you a warning, but fuck. Now, Umesh, have you ever eaten anything that hot?
I don't think so. I think like 3 million is the hottest hot sauce I've tried.
Well, I mean, we're live right now, but honey, I can't. If I've kicked somebody out of the Zoom call, I can't let them back in without ending the Zoom and starting a new one. I can't do it.
Okay.
Yeah, that's permanent.
What? Don't.
For this one.
Who's this crazy Uncle Slutty guy? He's the funniest dude.
Yeah, I know. He's just a fucking quiet weirdo that doesn't say anything. He just sits there.
Who?
Everybody's talking.
Oh, water didn't help or shit.
You want me to like interrupt? I don't know. But I have a similar story. Yeah, like I met this girl and
Whoa.
Oh my God.
Did you put hot sauce up some chick's butt?
No, it wasn't hot sauce.
Close it down.
Okay, that's disgusting.
no, it's not. What's wrong with you? What are you talking about?
No, it's not. That what's wrong with me? Oh.
Tell the story, crazy Uncle Jim.
All right, fine. I have a similar story. Like me and this girl started dating, and we were making like Alfredo noodles, and I really like spicy things. So I'm chopping up habaneros and I'm chopping up.
I gotta find out how Alfredo noodles means hot sauce up a chick's butt.
I'm about to tell you, but it has.
Man,
Anyway.
I don't want to talk about that kind of bullshit shit.
Oh, look, David Thomas. Look, I love you, buddy. I really do.
Okay,
I understand
okay,
that you don't
I'll
want to
go
talk
along
about
with
that.
it. I'll go
And
along
that's
with
cool. Like, I get it. You don't have to. You also don't have to fucking be here tonight because we're talking about this right now.
Yeah.
Continue.
So anyways, I'm cutting up these habaneros. I'm cutting up these
It's
fucking
all about kicking people off. today.
jalapenos. We're making some like
I'm gonna kick you out if you don't
Alfredo
listen.
fucking noodles,
Oh, my
and
bad.
I got the spices all over my hands, right? And so as we're waiting for the noodles to like, get done, I scoop up my woman and we start, get down and yeah, man, I didn't wash my hands and I start fucking, and she just gets up and starts screaming. And yeah, she went to the shower and she was pretty mad at me, but I handled it like not even 10 minutes later. I was like, okay, let me wash my hands real quick. But before I could even wash my hands, I touched my eyes. So she's in the shower screaming about her pussy on fire, and I'm fucking, my eyes are on fire. And yeah, similar story.
So that's the story that compares to 2.5 inches up her butt.
I mean, I got like 4.5 inches up her butt, but not.
But you were crying about your eyes. It wasn't that hot if you were worried about your eyes, I promise.
Okay. No, my girl I was dating at the time was in the shower fucking screaming. Like she was
Were you
not
wearing a condom or you just fingered her?
I was fingering her with I got done cutting the.
I didn't actually listen to your story. Sorry.
Yeah. Anyways.
I just don't actually care about what you're saying. So
Okay, that's fine.
then I asked questions because I missed it all, right? I probably should have paid attention. My bad.
But I do fermentation. I make mead. I make sauerkraut. I make kombucha. And one of the things I do is I make fermented hot sauce. And my fermented hot sauce, the name of it is called volcano, like anal, because you eat my hot sauce and you're gonna be shitting blood the next morning, dog. It's so hot.
Bring it. I want.
Yeah. Because people like when you ferment it, I ferment I'm a fermentation. I like to ferment things. And yeah, dude, my fermented hot sauce, farmer's market, and I get it from like the Mexicans that grow it organically. Fuck, dude, it's so hot. So fucking hot. It's bomb,
Hey,
though.
look, I'm in to fucking try this shit out.
Yeah, man. I mean, you're shit blood the next morning, but who cares? It is what it is.
Dude,
blood
if you
like every other
fucking
day.
drank half as much as me, you would never not shit blood in the morning, okay? So fucking relax.
I can't remember. I mean, I drink half a gallon a day. I can't remember the last
Dude,
time.
I drink so
shit.
much that I use shitting blood as part of my weight loss program to make weight.
Exactly, right? Wake up
Wow.
every morning. Just wake up every morning you
Some
go to
chick
freaking-
crying in the shower about how hot it is while you're worrying about your eyes. Whatever.
Some up my ass. Okay.
So I would take that hot sauce and I would
Way to one down that conversation, crazy Uncle Slutty.
wait, what the fuck's
But-
going on?
I have fucking had hot sauce in so many uncomfortable positions. I was bouncing at a bar one time, and this
Someone
is
put
an
up your-
outdoor beach bar.
Put up you
Right.
sideways? I don't
I was
understand. that.
outdoor bouncing. I was bouncing at an outdoor beach bar.
Yeah.
And this is like a crazy legendary bar that used to hold the regattas, and it
I
got
used to do
shut
crew.
down because of the crazy biker parties and
I used to do
how
crew. I
far
used to do
away it
bars.
was from any type of law enforcement. So they like banned this place from holding these regattas anymore because of the let's say blood loss that happened regularly.
Blood loss?
So I'm bouncing at this place, and this one dude walks in, and he's got his pit bull in his hand. They're on a leash, and these two guys run up on him, and they want a problem.
They don't like
So-
dogs?
He's got his pit bull on his leash, and he's like, "Yeah, oh, you guys are upset." And he pulls out a can of bear mace and just douses the two dudes
Oh.
right in the parking lot. And then he runs out. Now, we all went to high school with these guys. Like, this is not a big area. So, like, I'm bouncing. I got the radio on. My little brother's working at the gate, and this guy just turned around. He doused these guys, turned around, walked right back out. So I pulled out the radio and let my little brother know, like, he's at the gate. Like, hey, yo, so-and-so's coming out. He just doused this guy and this guy with fucking bear mace. Like, he's coming towards you. And my little brother's answer was, yeah, well, he's got a pit bull and a can of bear mace, and I'm making $10 an hour. He's leaving on his own. I'm not gonna say fuck all.
Yeah.
But I had to take these dudes that just got fucking soaked in bear mace and bring them around behind the bar and hose them down and shit. And while trying to help them walk because they can't see shit, they're fucked. I got all this bear mace all over me, and then I got to go take a piss, and I had it all over my nutsack.
That's the worst part, man. I got bear mace, and my buddy came up and he grabbed me and he threw me to the ground, and he was like, "Do not stand up, stay laying down." And he started dousing my face and chest, and he kind of like another friend like actually picked up my
Whoa,
leg.
whoa, 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 whoa.
But yeah,
So your buddy came down, grabbed you with a strap, put you on the ground, said, "Do not stand up," and started dousing your face with jizz.
not jizz, but close enough. Like it would have been better, but no, I've been bear mace. Bear mace sucks, but it's not as bad as OCD spray. Like the shit that the cops have, it's not as bad.
The shit
cops
that what?
have- The stuff that the cops have, real pepper spray, is way worse than bear mace.
Absolutely not. You are out of your fucking mind. You are
I've been bear
definitely
maced and I've
full
been
of
pepper
fucking
sprayed.
shit.
Pepper
I have
spray
been
is
pepper
stronger.
sprayed and I have been bear maced, and I have done them both on my own accord while sober, and
Oh,
it's
man.
not fucking close. Bear mace
You know what
is
it was?
far worse than pepper spray.
You know
You're
what
out of
it
your
was?
fucking mind.
You know what? I might be because when I was pepper sprayed, I had my hands were handcuffed behind my back, and so maybe that just made it worse.
Dude,
When I was bear
I was
maced, at
pepper
least I had my
sprayed,
hands.
and it sucks. It's bad.
Yeah.
Everything burns. You can still see. I could still fight you if I had to.
Yeah, I just.
I mean,
when
I need
got
to get my
pepper-
hands on you because I can't see real well. But I mean, I could still fucking fight if I need to. I can kind of deal with this. Being bear maced in the face, motherfucker, you can't see, you can't breathe, you don't even care how hard your face is getting kicked. Like you
I
don't
will-
give a fuck. A
Yeah, I will
5-year-old
say
will
when I
take
was-
your fucking lunch money every fucking day after bear mace.
I will say when I was bear
Look at me
maced,
fucking writing down notes. Bear mace, huh?
I will say when I was
I
bear
really
maced,
don't know about bear mace.
when I was bear maced, it was by a friend, and I agreed to it, and I didn't have my hands
You
handcuffed.
need better
behind my
friends,
back.
man. You need better
I did.
friends.
I did immediately jump underneath the hose, but when I was pepper sprayed, my hands were handcuffed behind my back, and I could and they just
Dude, I
sprayed
went
right in my
through- I
fucking
didn't-
eyes, dog, and it was just so bad. It was so
Yeah.
bad.
I
wanna,
didn't even
like,
get directly hit with bear spray. Someone let off bear spray like near me, and the mist of it, just like the after mist, got me, and it fucked me
Yeah.
up. It wasn't good.
you
No,
know,
B,
have a
I
can of
can't
bear
make fun of
spray.
you on a whole lot of things like well, I mean, I can make fun of you on all sorts of fucking things because I'm a dickhead. But the one thing that you are truly a bitch at is fucking Scoville spice. You are terrible with hot sauce. And Bear Mace being in that genre, I could just imagine how bad that is. Like, you get fucked off by Frank's normal.
I can handle Frank's normal.
Yeah, but you don't like it.
I like the way it makes you feel. Like you eat some real hot shit, you start sweating high. You almost feel almost get kind of like euphoria from it. If you eat something hot enough, you kind of.
I watched that guy Johnny Scoville's, and he says like he gets high off of fucking the hot sauce shit.
Yeah, that's a real thing. If you could fight through it, you'll hit a certain level of euphoria. It's fucked up. So, all right, so we got a super chat here from David Tomes. He says he has to leave. I did too much of everything.
David,
We're just not going to tell David that I kicked him out. Tanya, one, why are you here? And two, why aren't you wearing pants? What the fuck?
Touche, you want to fuck with me?
Yeah, well, they're so short, they're fucking underwear.
Thank you, baby girl. Good, you.
Stay off the camera.
Should I give you a hug?
Evan, like 2 weeks ago when I was on your channel, right before I hung up, I hung up at the right time. Because when I hung up, as soon as I hung up with you like 2 weeks ago, I was walking through my door and I tripped through the doorway.
Let her sit here.
No, it's okay.
Do it. We'll get you out.
I just came to.
Who was on the chat when I?
Oh my god.
Those are not fucking pants. You're not getting on the camera dressed like that.
Here. Sit right here. You can't see what you said.
It is.
Boy,
Oh God.
not happy.
What?
Hey, baby.
Wait, who's that? That's not your wife.
No, that's my daughter.
This is our daughter.
The one that
It's
was
super
on.
fucked that you're not wearing pants.
The one that's married. That was
Yeah.
on the earlier. Is that the one that's married? That was on earlier.
Why are you so concerned about it?
I'm not. Actually, let's change the subject. I don't give a fuck.
Get the bear.
Wipe that smile off your face, Habib. Right? Smack the sand out of yours. You too, Roy. Now,
Umesh and Roy, you guys both got to stop smiling weirdly at my daughter.
Shot with me, dog. Come on, dog. You just shit, dog. Come on.
I don't know what just got said, but it wasn't great. It wasn't great. I'm gonna go check on my hard-boiled eggs. So I'll be RB.
Hardboard, eh? Oh, dog, that sounds dang shit. Roy, who's taking a shot with me? Come on, man. Some guy
Hold on. I got you. Hold on.
You.
Hell yeah, dog. Hell yeah.
You ready?
Gets me out of the zoo.
Hell yeah, salute.
Take a pull.
Salute. Hell yeah, dog.
Baby.
Hell yeah.
Oh, I don't even know what that means,
What
but
the
here.
fuck were we talking about? Oh yeah.
Thank you.
So remember 2 weeks ago when I finally hung up with you? You know what happened shortly after? It was so bad.
You
I
got
had to get
abducted.
my laptop to make sure I cut the camera off because it was embarrassing. Like 2 weeks ago, I was outside and I cut the camera with you because I could feel myself getting drunk as fuck. I was like, I need to get off this right now. I'm about to get drunk as fuck. I cut the
I actually
camera.
kicked you off because you're an asshole, but whatever.
Yeah, that's true. But as soon as I cut the camera, I started to walk inside and everything just went boom. Like everything went blurry, everything went fuzzy. And I walked through the fucking doorway and literally took her head into my wall. I woke up the next morning with alcohol poisoning. And my entire house and room was just like ripped to pieces. Yeah, I got way too drunk that night. I got fucked up that night.
Did you get abducted by aliens and subjected to a vicious anal probe?
No, but I had a dream about it because I have night terrors. I don't want to get into it, but I have night terrors. And that particular night I drank too much. And after literally taking header into my wall and then like falling and tripping and like I woke up and my house was a mess. But I remember in the middle of the night I woke up and I thought I saw like dark shadows and I have night terrors. I don't want to get into it, but I woke up in the middle of the night like fearing for my life, thinking something was attacking me, and I like started to flare out. And when I woke up, I noticed that I woke up and I woke up in the morning and noticed that there was like several holes in my wall, which is bad because in the middle of the night I woke up and I don't know why. Like when I get super, super, super wasted, I get night terrors, and for some reason I got night terrors that night because I was fucking hella wasted, and my house was torn to pieces, and I had ended up punching a few holes in the wall. I don't know what the fuck was wrong with that night, but it was bad. I got way too drunk that night and ended up getting like night terrors and destroying my fucking house. Anyways, how was you guys' night?
It was great.
That's awesome.
It's all right. I fixed my motorcycle today.
Fuck yeah, dude. You got a motorcycle? What do you ride?
Like a Triumph Truxton, like 2005.
Triumph's a good bike. I like Triumphs.
And there was a mice inside the air filter, so I had to put a new air filter in.
That's what's up.
It's like crazy Uncle Jib. Do you arm wrestle? You look like a big guy.
I do arm wrestle.
He's pretty much a hobbit, Umesh. He's like a hobbit, like Lord of the Rings. Stout, short, fucking janks. Yeah.
Yeah, he looks like Dwarf Gennady.
He's like, yeah,
you know what?
he's like 5'2". He's like 5'2" in high heels.
I'm 5'2" in high heels. I am pretty thick. I got some,
put that gummy ass shit away. Nobody wants to see that fucking shit.
Dog, I'm thick, all right? You don't want to bang into this frame, dog. You don't want to bang.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, that's good.
But no, so I arm wrestled like every single day for about or every other day, if not every day, for like a year. And I got really fucked up. So I took like 6 months off and started doing it again, and then I moved. But I have like a year and a half worth of like consecutive experience. But I've been like into the sport for like the last 3 years. And honestly, like I wasn't expecting much when I went to practice last Monday. And I haven't been working out, haven't been training, but I did feel healthy. I felt no pain, no bone aches, no tendon pain, no like ligament pain. Like I just felt healthy. And when I showed up, we have, on Team Strong Arms, we got like 40 plus people on that team. And our top 20, we have a ranked list, and there's a few, the guys I pulled are in the top 5, top 10. And I went there and I was feeling really, really strong, but more than strong, I just felt healthy. I felt no pain. I felt no discomfort. And people were like, dude, you feel 3 times as strong as you usually do. And I'm like, guess what? I'm just healthy.
How tall are you actually?
I am 5'7" and I'm just under 5'8". Yeah, just under 5'8". So I'm like basically
5'3.5".
Yeah.
Yeah, but how much do you weigh? How much do you weigh?
Well, fuck, man, I actually was doing good and I lost some weight, man. Like I got down to 300 pounds, but I weighed myself this morning. I was like, God damn it.
300 pounds?
I'm currently 315, but I shouldn't be. I need to lose weight. I'm trying to lose weight, but
what do you eat, Uncle Jim?
mostly just meat. I do a lot of dry aging. So I get like briskets and ribeyes and I dry age them for like 30, 40 plus days in beef tallow. And then that's just basically all I eat is just like I eat a lot of bacon and eggs. And I eat a lot of dry aged meats. And I'm trying to stay off the carbs, but like I'm a total sugar fiend. So like that's my problem is like I went from 320 down to like 270 and then I started to eat carbs again. Carbs are my worst enemy. If I didn't eat carbs, I'd get back down to 240, no problem. But I don't know. I just need to stop. I need to stop drinking and smoking and eating so many carbs, and then I could get back to a good actual weight. Because yeah, man, I'm like 315 right now, and it's just like it's not good. It's unhealthy. I need to be 240 at least. When I was 228, I had a 6-pack. I was like ripped at 228.
And now it looks like he's pregnant with a full-grown man.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. I'm still strong though, but
that's good.
Not strong enough to compete as open as a super heavyweight. You know what I'm saying? Like if I go up to the table and some 400-pound Samoan is across the table for me, I'm like, shit, I'm fucked, you know?
All right, we had to remove Cobra from the chat because he's a fucking creepy dude.
I thought you removed him like half an hour ago.
What the?
He's been in the chat. He's been in the chat doing work.
Well, he ain't in the chat anymore.
Yeah.
As much of a pro non-censorship guy as I am,
Who's
when you got that weird old Cobra dude talking about my kid,
Yeah. We kind of know how that goes. You know what I mean?
I am A-okay with you saying anything you want about anybody in the world that is not my direct family.
Yeah.
But the old fucking Papa Bear comes out and I want to get all grizzly clawed and like Cobra makes me so upset. I want to tear Umesh's face off.
I haven't even been looking at the chat, but I'm looking at it now.
Every time crazy Uncle Slutty talks, I want to punch Umesh right in the mouth.
Okay, I'm fucking talking.
Shut up, Roy.
I've never spoken to Cobra Rhodes before.
Hey, do you have a nickname, Umesh?
Best day of my life.
So I'm like a year and a half like serious about the sport, and I'm like almost 5'8", 310. Like how much? What are you like? What's up with you, man?
Who are you talking
Please don't
about?
tell me you're like friends with Pradeep and you don't even arm wrestle.
Who the fuck are you talking to?
He's talking to Umesh.
I'm pretty good, man. I'm like 200 pounds now.
Oh fuck. Okay, what's your height?
I'm
Taller than you.
5'11".
He's
You're
taller than
5'what?
you.
5'11".
What?
5'7".
11.
Yeah, maybe 5'10". I don't know.
He's tall.
So you're maybe 5'7", 5'10". That's like a 3-inch difference, but okay, let's work with it. And you're 200.
He said
Well,
11.
he said 5'11", but I fucked him around.
5'11".
Holy Jesus.
Stop listening to me. I will never tell you the truth.
Okay, so you're like fucking 6 foot and 200 pounds. Do you arm wrestle?
Not well.
Yeah, I'm all right.
You're all right.
And by all right, he means a bag of shit.
He can beat Beer Man, but that doesn't say anything.
And right.
Which
Umesh,
arm is
you're
it
not
that
friends
you
with that Pradeep
tore
guy,
your
are you?
bicep off?
Yeah, I tore my
Umesh.
bicep on right arm.
On your right arm?
Umesh, you're not friends with that Umesh, you're not friends with that Pradeep guy, are you?
No, I've never met him.
It seems like it's
Okay,
loaded.
good, 'cause that guy doesn't even fucking arm wrestle, dude. Like, fuck that guy.
I think he arm
How
wrestles.
far should I let these racist comments go?
Racist?
Yeah.
Who's saying anything
It's not
racist?
even racist. What the heck is not even racist?
Listen, the only one on this call that's allowed to say racist things is Umesh. I mean, I don't make the rules, but you got to follow them.
Crazy. What are the rules? Specify.
Well, Umesh, tell us what your level of arm wrestling is.
My level, I would say, is like semi-professional. I don't know. What's that?
Let me ask you
Semi-professional.
this right now.
So that is the exact wording that every novice about to hit amateur uses when they tell people.
I've never competed in amateurs. I competed
Look,
once.
Umesh, you were talking to a real pro. All right. This guy
Real pro scumbag.
right here,
Yes.
I know what's up. Don't fucking come on here talking about shit.
Real pro scumbag.
I have a question.
I'm not as good as
You
Beer Man.
must- You must.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm not talking about how good I am at arm wrestling, but I'm a professional arm wrestler.
Yeah.
I make more money through arm wrestling than like everybody else.
Yeah.
I mean, you can make like $1. You make money, so that's what's up. But Imish or Mosh, I don't even.
Look, I get paid more than the guys that beat
Yeah,
me, okay?
dude.
How's that? That's what makes you a pro.
Let me ask you this, Amish or Mosh.
Umesh has paid me more money to show up to his events and lose than he paid the winners to ever come.
Let me ask you this, Mosh.
He's
So
from
that's
like
why he doesn't
Alabama,
invite me to his
like,
events
don't mind him.
anymore.
Shut up.
Mosh, if you go do a fucking If you go to a tournament right now and you enter as an amateur, can you take the heavyweight title? Are you walking away with gold?
Absolutely not. No.
Then I'll put you down like a
Nobody on this call is going to walk away with the amateur heavyweight gold in the fucking Ontario tournament. Canada is just way too good. And the only reason that East versus West look good for the East is because they only let Devin in. And they didn't let any of our actual good arm wrestlers in. The Ontario amateur arm wrestling circuit is far fucking better than Georgia.
No.
Fuck.
No, you're
Yeah,
not.
shut up. I'm going to put you on timeout like Roy if you keep arguing with me, Umesh. Why are you on my show being a dickhead?
Talking. I agree with you. You should put on this on timeout.
Oh man, yeah, Jim, your political views are interesting. I bet.
They're straight to the point, and goddamn, you bet.
Goddamn, with that Alabama in his mouth.
America.
Oh man.
Yeah, B, that's fucking hilarious,
flexing.
considering
These guys
that
are
Crazy
flexing
Uncle
like
Jim
this.
is as far north as you could get in the state. Right? Like, you got to go to Alaska to be any further north than that stupid prick.
I'm at
And
the
he
border
still
of
talks like a
Canada.
southern bumpkin.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm at the border of Canada. Like I take on my bike. I'm like an hour away from Canada.
Stop calling it a bike.
It's a fucking bike, all right? And I'm smoking it.
It's a fucking Kawasaki. It's not even a real bike.
Yeah, it is. It's fuel injected. It has like, it's a good bike. I got chipped and tuned. It's a good bike.
No, no, it's not. And I refuse all arguments that you present on the premise that that is a bike.
What bike is it? Kawasaki versus?
Right, it's not even a real thing.
Yeah, it's a Kawasaki.
Fucking made up. The guy's full of shit.
900.
The guy is 5'2" and 412 pounds. If it was actually a bike that only had 2 tires, there's no way 2 tires could support his fat ass with air pressure. What do you have, fucking 87 ply sidewalls on your fucking tires? Not a chance.
I want you to say like when you need a wheel alignment really badly in your car and it's wobbling, that's what his bike tires look like.
I got Michelin Commander 2s on my tires. This is $300 a piece. I spend like over $600.
You're a moderator?
Yeah.
Yes.
Minor. Oh man.
There, fuck you.
yeah, you get fucked up, Roy. That's it.
Fucking Roy talking shit. Hey, you can also block him on all social media because I've seen some of those creepy fucking messages.
Roy literally, you know what Roy does on social media? He literally just takes pictures of him in his underpants holding guns. Like that's really all guns.
Yeah. B. So with what you said, you have seen Roy's social media. That is clear. But you have not looked closely. Those are not underpants. Those are all of my old socks.
Yeah.
Big B, have you seen his OnlyFans?
I'm not a subscriber.
Yes.
I'm not a
so
subscriber.
I'm not a subscriber either, but I have full access as the moderator to his OnlyFans because I get 75% of all income due to those being my socks.
Yeah. Socks have rights.
I'm starting to think that $37 a month isn't worth having to see those pictures.
I would imagine so.
That's not accidental, by the way.
You know what the weird thing is? All 17 subscribers are Roy's alternate accounts. The guy likes masturbating in the third person. It's fucked up.
The best comment of the night, the schmo says Uncle Jim uses a riser to get on his bike.
I just saw that.
Oh my God. If he would have made a comment about Uncle Jim using a riser to get on his not bike, I would have fucking, that's it.
Oh, it's like a bikey?
Oh, he just put the emoji. All right.
Quotation.
Actually, the only thing I used to get on my bike is your mother's back.
I didn't fucking read it. Fuck you.
Do it. Can I say something?
Like, we are 2 words away from me spending a lot of money on a paternity test, so I never have to talk to you again.
Uh-oh.
Evan, just so you know, I get on my bike by stepping on her lower.
And I didn't have sex with your mother until you were like fucking 17. So I'm positive I'm gonna win.
Oh my god.
Your mother is gonna owe me so much money in back pay child support.
What child support?
Oh yeah, I didn't pay it.
No.
Well, just pretend I wasn't a fucking deadbeat.
You
fuck.
shit.
Fuck you.
Love you.
Guys, don't have kids.
No
It's
shit.
really gonna fuck up your beer drinking Tuesday nights.
Hey, Roy, in the chat, tell me your favorite
Don't
color.
talk to Roy.
I can't. He timed me out.
Rainbow.
Oh, yeah, because you're a piece of shit. Sorry, I forgot.
It wasn't me that timed you out.
Mhm.
Whatever.
So apparently the beer daughter has taken over the beer man's fucking legacy of just timing motherfuckers out.
I can't chat.
Policy, yeah, interesting policy.
Oh, Devin's not next. He's banned. Devin's not allowed on my channel. He's not allowed on Arm Gods. Oh, Devin's forum?
Yeah.
You can't ban Devin's forum.
Because he's a mod.
Well, just hold on.
Yeah, you can. You can put him in timeout.
It's power
Hey,
trip.
Devin's forum, how the fuck do I make you one of those like super mods that she can't fuck off?
Hey!
Answer quickly before she fucks you off.
Uh-oh.
He's got a wrench.
I have no idea how computers work.
Hey, you got to do something. The beer daughter's out of control.
Oh man.
Shut
Yeah.
up, Roy.
The only thing I know about computers is that they piss me the fuck off.
Imagine like on Maury, or those like out of control kids. Like, I do what I want. I do what I want.
You took away my power.
You have no power here.
Yeah, he pretty much like Thor. He took away your power and fucking chucked you.
B, don't make me.
Man, if it was anything like Thor, she would have never had any power. You got to be pure of heart, and she's fucked.
I had a
Well,
question. I had a question for Rory Baker and Amish and Big B too.
All right.
Can we say his
That's-
name properly? It's Umesh. Umesh. Okay, there
He,
you go.
don't be assuming how he says his name.
Okay,
Amish, Umesh.
You don't even know if Umesh is a girl or a boy today.
Yeah, it's gonna be this year, man.
And I will definitely not
thinking-
correct anybody saying his last name because fuck, I've never even heard
What's
it
his
said.
last name? What's your last name, Amish?
Nervous.
What?
Umesh Durvas.
Don't ever say that again. I don't even know what you said. I'm just
You
gonna
know
call
what?
you
I'm with Crazy Uncle
We
Slutty.
can
Every
barely
time you
understand
talk,
what you
you're
say,
not clearing
but
up anything,
we
Umesh.
still are.
Amish. Amesh.
Umesh,
Alright,
yeah. Oh, man.
Who's gonna beat my right and left arm? All right, let's go.
Literally anybody that arm wrestles you.
Yeah, just
Okay,
go
fair
to-
enough.
I
What
can
are we betting though? What are we betting?
I don't know. I'm betting.
I bet my soul in life that I can put Roy
betting you
Baker and
can't cross
Amish
the
down
border,
like
is what I'm betting.
I will bet Roy Baker's butthole in perpetuity
Yeah.
against anything you want.
what's perpetuity? What's that mean? Does that mean like
Forever.
I will
Is
beat
that
you in a
forever?
hook. I will beat you in a hook at Arm God September 30th, Uncle Jim.
I will rip your arm off, beat your dick off, and fuck you in the middle of the street to death? But okay.
Well, don't tempt me with a good time.
I think we actually have an Arm God's real match here. If Roy Baker says he will beat you with his butthole in perpetuity online, I think Arm God's going to pick up this match.
I had a question. How good is Big B? Like, what's his level at? I
Oh,
don't
he'll
wanna
beat,
stand- what's
he'll
his
beat your
level?
ass. He'll beat your ass.
Okay, but what's his level? What's his level? Big
Way
B-
above, way the fuck above yours, Uncle Jim.
Okay, so he's above amateur.
Too much power. Too much
So
power.
Big B, if you went to an amateur event and compete in the super heavyweight, you're taking gold.
Well, yeah, it depends on the day, but
It also depends on what state it's in and whether they allow transgenders into the men's.
I'm just gonna say this right now. No, Big B's a beast.
I'm just
I
saying.
want to fight. I want to
When
fight him on
I'm
the table.
feeling
I
a
wanna
little
see what he's got.
frisky in the morning, I feel my chances of beating B are pretty good. You know,
Yeah.
and I pull women's, I pull men's. If I decide I'm going to pull amateurs that day, I might fuck up his plans.
The only thing I will say is I am 100% confident that if I go to any event as a super
I'm 100% confident that if you go to any event, you're still a fucking weird dude.
No, 100%. 100%.
Right.
No one's gonna fucking
Hey, you got a super chat from UDD.
I
Yeah,
know.
really,
I've been
really
staring
happy
at it.
about
I've
it.
been trying to fucking save it until this fucking dipshit slutty dude stopped talking.
Uncle Slutty.
Oh, great. He stopped talking. I'll read it. So from UDD, the super chat, Paul the Maiden made a poll about do we even need women? This whole Arm Gods 300 topless men theme is hitting different. Roy Baker is alpha as
Yeah.
alpha.
As fuck.
No, I don't think that means that's fuck.
As bag.
You're not allowed to say that.
No, it's just
I'll get back to you on what AF means once I look this up, but it's probably something very demasculating and derogatory. But Roy Baker is that. Bogby still coping from Gennadi's power. I don't know who Bogby is, but UDD, thank you for your $10. Please don't talk to us again.
Bogby lives in Louisiana.
Yeah.
Well, that makes sense why he's dumb.
Isn't their state bird like the fucking mosquito?
Yes.
also that was $15.
Sounds about right.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
So we've reached that point of the show where
Yeah.
I'm probably going to just end it because I'm fucking tired of dealing with you donkeys. But my kid is going to sit in and tell her fucking story because I got to go piss.
Oh, I'm looking forward to this.
Here we go.
What's the storyline?
I'm fucking mad at you anyways.
I'm not.
Is this story about beer man?
I hope
It's
not.
a story about
One
something.
boring
I'm not
story.
about to pee in front of me.
Oh my
Let's
God.
go.
My back. Probably my-
Ignore him,
Hey.
dear daughter.
You literally came
No,
flying out of that guy's
this
nutsack.
Evan.
You're worried about it pissing
Fucking
in front
throw
of
my
you?
head through this window.
Oh man.
Yeah, imagine where you came from, beer daughter.
Oh,
Yeah.
shut up. You can't see anything.
Then
Tell them the story, you fucking donkey.
No.
Okay, seriously, you acting like that makes this fucking show seem really illegal.
Look, I just want to say while nobody's
He's
talking,
peeing in front of me.
I want to say that I have a lot of respect for Umesh because Umesh has acted like a total normal gentleman person the whole show.
Right,
like it.
which is why nobody on this fucking show wants to go to a Be Strong event because Umesh is fucking, oh, he's a good person. Fuck off.
Yeah, shame on you for being a good person, Umesh. Damn it.
And
I want to
next
see like a
event,
match with like 4 daiquiris in them and see how quiet he is.
Oh man, 4 daiquiris, 3 of those fucking whatever the fuck he orders at the strip club, and that guy's a fucking animal. What? Tell your story.
I'm not telling you.
Umesh doesn't go to strip clubs.
Why are you beating?
Hey, Umesh, I got a question. Umesh, are you a Sikh?
no, I'm not
Figured
Sikh.
you were mad.
You're not Sikh?
Oh God.
Are you Hindu?
What?
Yeah, I'm Indian. I'm South Indian.
But are you Hindu?
Yeah, I'm Hindu.
Okay.
Roy, get off the fucking religion, you fucking.
I'm just asking questions, man. I just want to
Tell the
know.
story.
Stop it.
Tell the
You're a
story,
racist
dear daughter.
cunt.
Why are you Americans so political?
I'm just trying to get to know Umesh.
America.
I'm just trying to get to know Umesh.
Okay.
That's good. That's very inquisitive, Roy Baker.
Umesh, just tell Roy he's racist and to stop talking to you.
It's not true.
Allegedly.
Don't
Roy,
run right now.
if I showed the conversation that you have sent me privately, there is no way you could categorically deny that again.
Roy has a Southern flag above his bed.
So do I.
Yeah, there it is. He found the bait. The bait landed. I got 2 for 1 on that one. Oh man,
It's a protein bar jerky.
crazy! It's crazy,
So it's
Uncle
not
Nazi.
good tasting, but apparently it's good for you.
Man.
Oh fuck!
So who wants to hear a fucked up beer man story?
I do. Me. I do.
Okay, but it's like kind of really fucked up.
Really?
Even more fucked up than the one he told earlier. That's cool.
Oh no, that one was funny. This one's fucked up.
You guys have an interesting sense of humor in your house.
Is it all sorry?
So-
You tell it.
No, you tell it. Everybody brought it up. You tell it.
Okay. So, Gavin, you're a dick.